Medina Valley High School. This is the home of the Panthers.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Gerald Kemp Field, home of the Medina Valley Panthers. We have Panther baseball for you this evening. Medina Valley taking on the Bulldogs of Laredo Alexander. Laredo Alexander sitting atop first place in District 6A, District 36A. Coming in with a perfect 4-0 record and a 13-5 overall record. Medina Valley standing at 1-3 right now with a 9-6 overall record. District standings goes as follows: Laredo Alexander in first, Eagle Pass in second, Laredo LBJ in third, United South in fourth, Medina Valley fifth, Laredo United sixth, and Del Rio in seventh. Also playing tonight, United South taking on Uvalde. Del Rio is taking on Laredo United, and Laredo LBJ is taking on Eagle Pass. And remember how this works when we moved up to this district and 6A division. We will be playing a series. So today taking on Laredo here at home, and followed up by a game Friday night at Laredo. So it's a series. The first series, Medina Valley of district play got swept by Eagle Pass, and they split with Laredo LBJ the week following that. And then Saturday, I'll ask my cohort here that took on the McCullum Cowboys in non-district play, Mr. Johnny Guzman, helping out tonight, helping me run the show here. Jared Lucky is taking an extended absence for a couple of weeks, and so Johnny's going to sit in for me while he can. So Saturday, game against McCullum.
Yeah, I don't know if you can hear me okay, but yeah, it was the Panthers put on a real hitting display. The final was 15-5, so the Panthers really coming off some very positive momentum against McCullough, and hopefully that brings them into this game. And they really did a better job on Saturday of reducing the number of walks, hitting the ball very, very well. I don't have the number in front of me, but I bet they had 12 or more hits. So they really did a good job of striking the ball and hitting the ball well. So again, we want them to come in tonight, throw strikes, and hit the ball hard.
Well, and they're on a 2-game winning streak. They were in a 3-game slide there, but they're on a 2-game winning streak now, winning the second game of the series against Laredo LBJ and then beating McCullum. Alexander comes in sweeping Del Rio 13-4, 9-4, and then sweeping United South 3-2 and 10-0. So we've got the number one team in the district who came in today. So we've got a big task in front of us, and let's see how Medina Valley does tonight. Big game. And while we're doing that, and they just had their meeting here at the home plate between the coaches and the umpires, we'll do the starting lineups for both teams. We'll start with the visiting Laredo Alexander Bulldogs. Leading off as a center fielder, number 8, Hector Benavides. Batting second is their pitcher, number 1, Andrew DeLeon. Batting third, number 19, the third baseman, Laro Medina. Batting cleanup for the Bulldogs, number 6, is shortstop Peter Palis. Batting fifth, number 13, the first baseman, Ronnie Lorenzo. Batting sixth, number 14, the left fielder, Federico Hernandez. Batting seventh, number 24, the designated hitter, Walter Gonzalez. Gonzalez will be batting for the catcher, number 18, Luis Mosquera. He'll be followed by number 11, the right fielder, Jeremy Carrillo. And the number 9 batter for the Bulldogs will be number 4, the second baseman, Diego Herrera. And for your Medina Valley Panthers, the lineup by Coach Herb goes as follows. Leading off, number 1, the second baseman, Brody Rips. Batting second, number 5, the center fielder, Easton Lange. Batting third, number 2, the shortstop, Logan Vargas. Batting fourth, cleanup, the number 9, the right fielder, Reese Hatcher. Can be followed by number 13, the designated hitter, Jake Phillips. Jake Phillips will be batting for the first baseman, number 10, Carter Marquardt. And he'll be followed by number 8, the catcher, Johnny Guzman. He'll be followed by number 4, the left fielder, Addison Medrano. Batting 8th will be number 3, the pitcher tonight, Michael Newton. So Michael Newton will be on the mound for the Panthers. And the number 9 batter for Medina Valley is number 7, the third baseman, Sean Anderson. So those are your starting lineups for both squads, and we'll take a break here while they do the announcements of the starting lineups on the PA system, and they'll do the national anthem. But in the meantime, we'll hear from our sponsors with some commercial messages. Medina Valley Baseball return after these messages.
Security
Now
State
at
Bank,
North Park
your financial
Chevrolet.
partner
Buy a
since
new 2024
1925 with
Silverado
one simple
1500
goal,
Crew Cab
to be
instead of
the best bank
$34.99.
possible
Lease
to the
for
families and
$370 a month
businesses of
with
South
zero
Texas.
down.
Check
Get
out
3.9%
Security State
financing
Bank's
for
competitive
75
rates
months on
and
new
services
2025
from local
Silverado
people
Crew
you
Cab
know and
Texas
trust.
Edition.
Serving
And
South
save
Texas with
$10,000 off
7
MSRP
convenient
on new
locations,
2025
including
Silverado heavy duty
1726
trucks.
Highway
Plus
90 East in
5.9% financing for
Castroville. Call
84 months. Together, let's drive at North Park
830-9898 or
Chevrolet. 10
online
minutes
at
outside Route 410 in Castroville or at npchevy.com.
securitySTBK.com. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Are you ready for a vacation? Tanya with Travel by Design can help you with all your vacation destination needs. At no cost to you, she can plan all of the details tailored to your unique wants and needs. So all you have to do is enjoy your vacation. Tanya is a certified expert with Disney, Universal Orlando, and California, Sandals, and all cruise lines. Give Tanya a call at 830-931-4834 or visit her Facebook page, Tanya with Travel by Design, for all the latest specials and must-do vacations.
Texas, 268,000 square miles and then some. Twice as much elbow room as California. There's just no place like Texas. And you can take that to the bank. Texan Bank, poised and ready for a future that's wide open. Member FDIC.
Big State Electric is raising the bar in the San Antonio electrical industry. Working with local and forward-thinking companies, we are changing the downtown skyline with beautiful and innovative buildings. As well as working with local universities, we are revolutionizing academic sports with cutting-edge and high-tech electrical solutions. Join us as we light up the future one project at a time. Big State Electric, competence and quality since 1966, supporting San Antonio, Austin, Houston, and the Gulf Coast region.
Welcome back to North Park Chevrolet broadcast of Panther Baseball. I'd like to thank North Park Chevrolet, the title sponsor for Panther Baseball and all of Panther Athletics this year. On the mound is Mr. Michael Newton warming it up for the Panthers. Got good baseball conditions today. Got an overcast sky, sun shining through a little bit. Temperatures probably in the low 80s right now, not too bad.
Feels great out
Got
here.
a wind blowing pretty much from home base out to center field. Not too heavy of a wind, maybe about 10 miles an hour, but we're showing 88 degrees here. So good day for baseball. Not too bad. The conditions prior have been really windy and kind of cool on some days and kind of warm. So this is a perfect baseball weather. Field's in immaculate condition. as expected with the drought we're having. So field looks great. Panthers wearing all white uniforms today with their black caps. Laredo Alexander coming in with the navy blue tops with the gold numbers and their gray pants. We're getting ready to get things started here. Leading off for the Bulldogs, first three are Hector Benavides, Andrew DeLeon, and Laredo Medina will be starting it off for Laredo. And for the Panthers, behind the plate is going to be Guzman. Third base is going to be Sean Anderson. Shortstop, Logan Vargas. Second base is Brody Rips, and first base, Carter Marquardt. In the outfield, we have Addison Medrano in left, Easton Lange in center, and in right field, Reese Hatcher.
Up to bat for the Bulldogs.
All right, leading off for the Bulldogs is at number 8, the center fielder, Hector Benavides. Benavides steps in as a right-handed batter, playing center field for the Bulldogs tonight. Newton start up the game from the windup. First pitch is on the way. Fastball high for ball one. Panthers are going to have to play a flawless, errorless game to beat the Bulldogs tonight.
Well, let's hope they got him out of their system in the last 4 games, which I think they did.
1-0 pitch on the way. Swung on, foul ball down the right side.
Just got to throw strikes tonight, Dwayne. I think that gives us the best chance to.
We have a scoreboard issue, don't we? There's some panels missing off the lettering on the scoreboard. It's a 1-1 count right now to Benavides. Newton back on the mound, going to pitch from the windup. 1-1 pitch on the way. Swung on, swung right through for strike 2. Good pitch by Newton, just blew it past him.
Straight fastballs.
Bring the count to 1 ball, 2 strikes here in the top of the first. Benavides steps back in. 1-2 pitch on the way. Swung on, foul, straight back. Keep the count the same, 1-2. Newton gets a new baseball. Benavides digs back in. And we'll do it all over again. From the windup, 1-2 pitch on the way. High fastball, ball 2. Benavides almost.
He almost went for that.
Yeah, almost gave into that one.
Yeah.
He wanted that one. That looked good, that high fastball. Be laid off it.
Yeah.
To bring the count to 2-2 now.
And that was a really good call right there. 3 fastballs in a row.
Newton with a 2-2 pitch. Low in the dirt. To bring the count to full. Benavides doing a good job being patient up there.
Yeah, they're probably going to be like every other Laredo team, very disciplined in the box.
I'm going to apologize now. I'm going to be clearing my throat a lot. These allergies have been kicking my butt lately.
All this wind we've been dealing with, right?
Yes.
Crazy.
Full count to Benavides. 3-2 pitch from Newton is on the way. Swung on, fly ball center field. Lange drifting back, calling everyone off. Easy fly out.
Good start.
For out number 1. So Benavides flies out to center field for out number 1. And that'll bring the plate the pitcher. Number 1, Andrew DeLeon.
Good start.
Number 1.
DeLeon will step in as a right-handed batter.
Nice little routine, huh?
A lot of pitches on the first batter. I think he threw, 6 or 7 pitches.
Yep.
First pitch, DeLeon. Fastball taken just high in the strike zone. Right at the letters, didn't get the call.
Pretty close pitch.
DeLeon getting his signals from his third base coach. Newton with the 1-0 pitch. Low and outside for ball 2. So De Leon will go to a 2-0 count. So De Leon back in with a 2-0 count. Newton back in the windup. 2-0 pitch on the way. Fastball
Nice
right
pitch.
down the middle.
Yes. Keep it right there.
I don't know how you lay off that pitch with a 2-0 count. That was right down the middle. Beautiful pitch there. Almost too good. So that'll bring the count 2 balls, 1 strike. Newton will deliver the 2-1 pitch. Curveball in there for strike 2. Beautiful curveball. That's one thing they didn't have working the other night, Johnny, was their curveball.
And part of it is catcher staying down in place and waiting for that ball to come down. I think last week we had a lot of issues, coming up, standing up, the umpire. It's the same umpires last week. Had a hard time seeing the ball. So I think if they can keep this up, they're going to be in good shape tonight.
2-2 pitch. Outside. Did he give? No. It was a check swing. They checked it down to the first base umpire, and he said no go. Ooh, that was close.
That was real close.
That'll bring the count to full. So 2 full counts on the first 2 batters for Newton.
Yeah. He thought about either fouling it off or just driving it right down the first base line. Same pitch gets him.
So Newton in the windup for the payoff pitch. It's on the way. Swung on. Little grounder right over the pitcher. It's going to get up the middle fielder by the shortstop. Throwing to first base.
Play.
They get the out. Beautiful play.
Beautiful play by Pargas, picking that ball up behind second base and making a very nifty throw.
Yeah,
Nice
Pargas'
job.
ball takes him behind second base. I thought it was going to trickle through into the outfield, but he got there behind the base and made a good running throw over to first base to get the second out. So 2 batters, 2 outs. Good start so far from Medina Valley on defense. And that'll bring to the plate the third baseman, number 19, Laredo Medina, will come to the plate. Medina, right-handed batter, steps up there for the Bulldogs. First pitch by Newton. Curveball in the dirt for ball 1.
Just missed. That was a nice looking pitch.
It was a good looking curveball. Started off a little bit low, started at the waist and broke down into the dirt. One 0 pitch on the way. Fastball right down the middle, strike 1. Even the count at 1-1. That's what the Panthers have got to do. They've got to throw strikes.
Yeah.
The games that they've been hurting on are the ones that they've had too many free bases. Continue to throw strikes. Make sure that curveball is thrown for a strike. Pitch on the way from Newton. Just inside. So it'll be 2 balls, 1 strike now with 2 outs. Medina at the plate. Two-one pitch on the way. Swung on, fouled off to the side. Even the count at 2 balls. So we have 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs.
If you're wondering which way the wind's blowing, Dwayne, you just look up here at the Laredo flags. They brought plenty with them.
Yeah, they posted some flags on the backside of the grandstands here. By the way, Medina Valley JV beat Alexander's JV prior to this game starting. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Pitched by Newton. High, another full count. So 3 batters, 3 full counts.
Got to get it close here.
So full count, 2 outs. Payoff pitch on the way to Medina from Newton. From the windup, pitch on the way. Swung and a miss, he struck him out. Forced out number 3. So good inning by Newton. He He did get all batters to a full count, but 3 up, 3 down for the Panthers. That's what you want to see the first inning. So we'll take a quick break. Medina Valley Panther Base will return after these messages.
Like you, we love calling this home. Castroville State Bank has been serving the Medina Valley area for over 63 years by providing the best financial products, modern technology, and customer service. Not only are we the local bank you can rely on for all your financial needs, but we are also your neighbors, giving back to the community we grew up in and love. Come home to Castroville State Bank.
Call State Farm agent Hazel Russell in Castroville at 830-931-3441.
Security State Bank, your financial partner since 1925 with one simple goal, to be the best bank possible to the families and businesses of South Texas. Check out Security State Bank's competitive rates and services from local people you know and trust. Serving South Texas with 7 convenient locations, including 1726 Highway 90 East in Castroville. Call 830-538-9898 or online at securitystbk.com. Equal housing lender. Member FDIC.
Welcome back to the North Park Chevrolet broadcast of Panther Baseball. We're going to the bottom half of the first inning. Medina Valley will bring to the plate Brody Rips, Easton Lange, and Logan Pargas. Panthers 3 up, 3 down the first inning, finishing off the inning with a strikeout by Michael Newton, doing a good job on the mound for the Panthers so far. Wind's picked up a little bit more now, blowing a little bit harder, straight out to center field. We'll try to keep up with the scoreboard, but we're not going to do innings or strikes or outs, if that's okay with everyone out there. I'm going to try to run the computer also while I'm doing the play-by-play, so hopefully we'll all survive.
Leading off for your Panthers. Stand up, Panther fans. Because it's number 1, Brody Rips.
So Brody Rips will step to the plate as the leadoff batter for the Panthers, playing second base tonight. Pitcher for the Bulldogs will be Andrew DeLeon, who batted second last inning. DeLeon is a left-handed batter. I'm sorry, the left-handed pitcher. He's a right-handed batter. So steps on the mound, is going to be using a blue glove on his right hand there. He gets a sign from the catcher. He's going to be pitching from the stretch. The first pitch to Brody is going to be a swing and a miss for strike 1.
This guy's going to keep those pitches on the outside corner today.
0-1 pitch on the way to Brody. Oh, on the inside corner. Worked it across the plate, hit the inside corner for strike 2. So right away, Brody down 0-2 in the count.
Got to stay alive here. Foul it off, whatever.
0-2 swung on. Second baseman drifting back. Right fielder come in. Right fielder calls him off out for out number 1. Catches the ball for out number 1. So Rips flies out to right field. So DeLeon is working fast.
Number 5, Easton Lange.
So the freshman from Medina Valley, the center fielder number 5, Easton Lange, will step to the plate. Left-handed batter. Be lefty on lefty matchup here. DeLeon still in the stretch. First pitch outside for ball 1. Pitch to Lange on the way, swung on, fly ball towards center fielder. Center fielder moving to his right, easily catches that ball. So fly out to right field and a fly out to center field for 2 up, 2 down. Panthers seeing the ball okay, squaring it up, but they're hitting it right to a fielder.
2 batters, 4 pitches.
Now batting for your Panthers.
That'll bring the third batter up for the Panthers, shortstop number 2, Logan Pargas. Pargas, right-handed batter, steps up to the plate. First pitch from De Leon on the way. It's a strike right down the middle. De Leon gets his signals from the catcher. 0-1 pitch on the way. Low and inside, even the count at 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike with 2 outs.
It's an 82-mile-an-hour fastball, according to unofficial game changer.
1-1 pitch to Pargas on the way. That's taken low for ball 2. Would bring the count to 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Here in the bottom of the first. Logan steps out, adjusts his batting gloves. Steps back in.
Yeah.
2-1 pitch on the way. Swung on a ground ball towards second base. Second baseman fields it off the ground. Quick throw to second base, doesn't get there. Pargas is going to move over to second base on the pass ball. Throw comes down to second, and the tag is high.
And that's a double.
So it's going to be,
Let's hear Panther fans.
we'll give him an infield hit.
Single on error.
A single and an error on the throw to get him to second base. Second baseman had that ball would look like it was going to get through. Second baseman to get a good play and stopping the ball, but his throw was just off the mark a little bit and allowed Pargas to get the first, and then with the pass ball that went near the dugout, enabled him to get the second. So that'll bring to the plate Reese Hatcher, the right fielder, number 9, with a runner on second and 2 outs. First pitch to him is going to be a ball low. So we have another lefty-on-lefty matchup as Hatcher steps in the left-hander's batter's box. Checking the runner over at second. De Leon throws home. Swung and a miss by Hatcher. Nasty curveball. Swung right through it. Even the count at 1-1. De Leon still from the stretch. Checking his runner over at second. 1-1 pitch on the way. Swung a little chopper to right back to the pitcher. Pitcher turns, throws over to first. Easily gets out number 3. So Hatcher grounds out to the pitcher. And the Panthers will leave 1 runner on base, and we'll go to the top of the second. Panther baseball return after these messages.
GOM Real Estate, helping families like yours for 45 years. First-time buyer or looking to branch out into land or ranch ownership? GOM Real Estate offers a wide range of services tailored to meet your residential or commercial needs. Their dedicated team provides complete support with personalized, expert advice and extensive knowledge of the local market to help you secure the best deal possible, because your goals are their goals. Find out more at GOMRealestate.com.
Now at North Park Chevrolet, buy a new 2024 Silverado 1500 Crew Cab posted at $34,999. Lease for $370 a month with 0 down. Get 3.9% financing for 75 months on new 2025 Silverado Crew Cab Texas editions. And save $10,000 off MSRP on new 2025 Silverado heavy duty trucks. Plus 5.9% financing for 84 months. Together, let's drive at North Park Chevrolet. 10 minutes outside Loop 410 in Castroville or at npchevy.com.
Welcome back to the North Park Chevrolet broadcast of Panther Baseball. We're going to the top of the second. Bulldogs will bring to the plate the shortstop, Peter Palis, first baseman, Ronnie Lorenzo, and the left fielder, Federico Hernandez. Michael Newton back on the mound for the Panthers.
Up to bat for the Bulldogs.
At a 3 up, 3 down first inning.
Let's hear it, Panther fans. Let the boys hear it.
Shortstop. Paliso, not Belize. So Peter Paliso's at the plate for the Bulldogs. First pitch to him is going to be strike on the outside corner. Taken for strike one. Paliso, right-handed batter. Newton from the windup. Getting his signs now from the windup. The 0-1 pitch on the way. Outside, leaving the count at 1-1. Newton with the 1-1, pitch on the way. Outside, ball 2. Bring the count to 2 balls, 1 strike. Still 0-0 game here. We're in the top of the second. Baliso getting his signals from his coach. Steps back in. 2-1 pitch on the way. Swung on a high fastball, even the count at 2-2.
That ball started low and kind of.
A little rise ball there, maybe, huh?
I guess so. That was a nice looking pitch. Do that one more time.
So 2 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. Baliso at the plate. Newton from the windup, pitch on the way. Swung on a ground ball towards second base. Fielded cleanly, thrown over to first for out number 1. So Paliso grounds out to second base. Good play by Brody Rips. Stay in front of that ball. Made it look easy. And that'll bring to the plate the first baseman, number 13, Ronnie Lorenzo. Lorenzo, big right-handed batter, steps up to the plate.
Now batting number 13, Ronnie Lorenzo.
As Lorenzo digs in, Newton back in the windup. Pitch on the way. Curveball breaks in there for a strike.
Beautiful pitch.
Good pitch, lead him off with a curve. When you get confidence to throw that curveball for a strike, you got things working for you, and it looks good so far for Newton.
The batter was absolutely froze on that one.
0-1 pitch on the way. Another curveball breaks outside, though, to even the count at 1-1.
Pretty close, pretty close.
Not a bad miss there. Newton with the 1-1 pitch. Fastball swung on, fouled straight back and out of play. 1 ball, 2 strikes with 1 out.
Nice sound effect. You hear that?
Yeah.
I hope that was a sound effect.
Yeah, I didn't. Hopefully, I didn't park that close. So Newton back on the mound. 1 ball, 2 strikes with 1 out to Lorenzo at the plate. From the windup, pitch on the way. Fastball swung, another ground ball to Rips at second base. Fielded cleanly, thrown over to first base for out number 2. So another ground out to second base. And that'll bring to the plate number 14, the left fielder, Federico Hernandez.
Number 14, Federico Hernandez.
So 2 up, 2 down so far. Panthers doing good on defense. Hernandez steps in, right-handed batter. Newton from the windup, first pitch on the way. Fastball just a little bit high, taken for ball 1. One 0 pitcher Hernandez on the way, just outside for ball 2. Shadow starting to get long here at Kemp Field. Sun setting in the left field corner. We're getting close to setting.
Yeah.
So 2 balls, no strikes with 2 outs. Hernandez at the plate. Newton from the windup. Pitch on the way. Fastball right down the middle. Again, I don't know how you'd lay off with a 2-0 hitters count and take a fastball right down the middle. Either way, Medina Valley will take that.
Yeah.
2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. It's twice Laredo has done that. 2-1 pitch. Curveball in the dirt, even the count. I'm sorry, bring the count to 3 balls, 1 strike.
Yeah, you're looking at.
It's a good pitch. It just needs to bring it up a little bit.
Normally when he throws that pitch, he does get a batter swing at it. It's a pretty good looking pitch until it gets right there. See if he can throw him a strike here.
3-1 pitch on the way. Fastball right down the middle, even bring the count to 3-2. It's another full count by Newton. So I think 1, 2, 3, 4 out of the last 6 batters have been taken to a full count. It's doing good, but throwing a lot of pitches.
Yeah.
So 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Newton from the wind up, and the payoff pitch is on the way. Fastball swung on, foul, straight back, and we'll do it all over again. So new baseball will come in. Newton will get his signs from his catcher. And Hernandez will step back in. Payoff pitch with 2 outs. Newton from the windup, pitch on the way. Outside, taken for ball 4. So the first base runner for the Bulldogs reaches with here 2 outs here in the top of the 2nd.
Up to bat for the Bulldogs, number 24.
And that'll bring to the plate the designated hitter, number 24, Walter Gonzalez. Gonzalez will be batting for the catcher, Luis Mosqueda.
See how aggressive they're going to be on the bases.
Yeah, we'll know here real shortly. It's not a big lead over at first base. So Gonzalez at the plate with 2 outs. First pitch on the way. It's a curveball. Breaks outside for ball 1.
Very aggressive secondary lead on first base.
Third base giving signals to the batter and the base runner. A little bit bigger lead over at first base. Newton checks it out. Gets in a stretch. 1-0 pitch is on the way. It's fastball swung on and foul straight back. Even the count at 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Gonzalez getting his signs from his coach again. Decent lead over at first base. Throw back over to first base. He gets back in plenty of time. Not necessarily trying to get him out, but just trying to hold him close. It wasn't a hard throw at first, but just letting him know we're keeping an eye on you.
Yeah, very good move.
Newton get his signals, get himself situated in the stretch. 1-1 pitch on the way. Swung on. Over first base, but foul. Just out of the reach of the glove of Marquardt at first base. A line drive, but it goes just foul, probably about 5 feet foul. That would have hurt there. It's a good thing that the ball stayed foul. Nevertheless, Panthers get a strike out of it.
Yep. Take him any way we can get him. That's a little nerve-wracking, but.
So 1 ball, 2 strikes with 2 outs. Gonzalez at the plate. And Hernandez on first base with a walk that was issued to him. One-two pitch on the way. Curveball swung and a miss. Struck him out. Finishes 2 innings, each of the innings with a strikeout. Big pitch there by Newton to get out of the inning and hold the Bulldogs to leaving 1 runner on base. So we'll go to the bottom of the 2nd. Panther Baseball return after these messages.
Peerless Equipment, your South Texas irrigation experts. Peerless Equipment specializes in sales and service of irrigation equipment to the agricultural and wildlife industries. This includes hose reels, big guns, pivot systems, underground pipelines, turbine well pumps, booster pumps, motors, valves, and an inventory of much more. Stop by one of their locations in Hondo and Pearsall, or give them a call at 210-434-7867. Peerless Equipment, bringing water to you.
Are you ready for a vacation? Tanya with Travel by Design can help you with all your vacation destination needs. At no cost to you, she can plan all of the details tailored to your unique wants and needs. So all you have to do is enjoy your vacation. Tanya is a certified expert with Disney, Universal Orlando, and California, Sandals, and all cruise lines. Give Tanya a call at 830-931-4834 or visit her Facebook page, Tanya with Travel by Design, for all the latest specials and must-do vacations.
Welcome back to North Park Chevrolet broadcast of Panther Baseball. We're going to the bottom of the second inning, all squared away at 0 apiece. Good pitching by Michael Newton so far in the first 2 innings have held the Bulldogs to just 1 base runner. Panthers will bring to the plate this inning the DH, number 13, Jake Phillips, batting for Carter Marquardt. Phillips will lead off, followed by the catcher, Johnny Guzman, and he'll be followed by the left fielder, Addison Medrano. So Phillips will step up to the plate here to try to get the Panthers on the board as the leadoff batter here in the bottom of the second. Again,
Up to bat for your
0-0 game so far.
Number 13, Jake Phillips.
Let's get some hits now.
So DeLeon with the first pitch. His first swing is going to be a base hit over first base. And that's going to maybe extra bases. He holds up, though, at first base. That's a smart move to hold up.
Yeah.
It didn't get by the right fielder, but it was towards the corner. So 1 pitch, 1 swing by Phillips, and he gets a base hit. It's a good way to start out the inning for the Panthers.
Yeah.
And that'll bring to the plate the catcher now, Johnny Guzman.
Absolutely.
Guzman will step up to the plate with a runner on first. He'll get his signals from Coach Herb.
Number 8, Johnny Nino Guzman.
That right fielder did a good job of bringing that ball in.
He did. I thought it was going to roll over the corner and get the extra
double.
bases, but
Yeah.
he got there. The grass really slowed that ball up. It was a line shot right over the first baseman, trickled into the corner. First pitch to Guzman's on the way, and that's going to be inside for ball 1. Coach Herb giving the signals out.
Barking at him.
Guzman steps back in,
There you go. That's a balk.
and a balk is called. So while engaging the rubber, the pitcher went to his mouth and licked his fingers, and that's a no-no. So they're going to call a balk, and that'll send Phillips to second base, and Guzman will be back up to the plate with a 1-0 count.
Got that second bag anyway.
Just made the explanation he has to be disconnected from the rubber in order to lick his fingers. If he does it while he's on the rubber, it's a balk. So Phillips with a good lead over at second base. The 1-0 count on Guzman. Checks the runner over at second. Guzman squares around, bunts the ball to the pitcher. Pitcher looks towards third, but throws back towards first to get the sacrifice. So Guzman with a great sacrifice gets the runner moved over to third base. Now the Panthers have a runner on third base with 1 out. Good opportunity.
That's a nice bat he uses.
That's a pretty red bat. Yeah, it looks real familiar. It's a hot bat.
It's a great bunting
It's
bat.
a great bunting bat. So Panthers now with the runner on third, which is Phillips, and they're bringing to the plate the left field number 4, Addison Medrano will step to the plate. Left-handed batter, so it'll be a lefty and lefty matchup again. DeLeon back on the rubber.
Got his smart on the bags here today.
First pitch is going to be a curveball that breaks in there for a strike. Medrano steps out, looks at his signal card, steps back in. Medrano back.
He hits it hard to second base. That scores.
DeLeon from the stretch, checking his runner at third. A 1 pitch on the way, he squares at it, but pulls back for ball 1. So
Smart.
Did not make an attempt at that, but he did square around, even the count at 1-1. Checking his signals again. Good opportunity for Panthers to get a run across here with just 1 out. Coach Herb looking to possibly bunt him in. The corners are playing up in the grass. Try to stop this, the run for coming in. Next pitch on the way is going to be taken for ball 2, so it'll be 2-1 count. Medrano did not score around on that. So now the count's 2-1 with 1 out, runner at third. Checks his signal card, steps back in. The lefty on lefty matchup will resume. Squares around, pulls back for ball 3. The curveball that broke out of the strike zone.
Broke down. Wow. Pretty close, though.
So it'll bring the count to 3-1, I believe.
Yep, 3-1.
So let's see if they take the bunt off here, allow them to swing away. Pitch on the way. Taken. Ooh, that's a little.
That's a makeup call.
Yeah, maybe a makeup call. 2-2 count. It looked a little high. Nevertheless, we got a full count now. 3 balls, 2 strikes with 1 out. Runner on third. Pitch to Madron on the way, swung on and fouled. Out of play. Or into the net there above the Panther dugout. And we'll do it all over again. Full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runner at third. Here in the bottom of the second. Payoff pitch, Madrano's on the way. Curveball hits him in the back.
Got 2 on. All right, good.
So that's one way to get on. Nevertheless, it would have been ball 4.
Yeah.
So hit by pitch. Madrano heads over to first base. So Panthers now have a runner at first and third with 1 out. And it'll bring to the plate the pitcher, Michael Newton, who could really help out his cause here.
Yeah, for sure.
With a runner on third.
For the Panthers, Michael Newton.
Just got to get it out of the outfield on this hit. Hit it hard, get it out in the outfield.
Even a ground ball to the right side would help even.
Yeah, as long as they can't turn it over there. That second baseman's pretty good, although he did bobble that one hard grounder. I think you're right. We hit it hard, we got a chance.
So Newton steps up, runners at first and third. There is 1 out. There's a chance for a double play to get out of the inning. Let's see what the Panther can do here. Pitch on the way, swung on, foul ball over first base, but over the in
coach.
Foul territory, over the coach. That would have been dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
Coach Herb calling signals again, checking the signal cards, both runner and batter. Puts it back in his back pocket, digs back into the right-hander's batter's box with an 0-1 count with 1 out, runners at first and third. Thrower to first base, gets back in time. And we'll do it again. No balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Again, runners at first and third. De Leon from the stretch, pitch on the way. On the outside corner for strike 2. So that'll bring the count to 0-2 for Newton.
Just got to put it in play here.
Yeah, it's just got to put it in play. He's got to protect the plate here.
Coming in.
0-2 pitch on the way. Swung on. Ground ball between third and short. It's going to be a base hit. That's going to score 1 run. They'll hold a run up at second. And Newton will reach on a base hit. So we'll put a score on the scoreboard.
Looks like we got Miggy.
Panthers 1 run.
Looks like we got Miggy Gonzalez pitch running for Newton on first base, number 6.
Up to bat, number 7, Sean Anderson.
So I'll bring the Panthers to the number 9 batter, Sean Anderson, the third baseman, will step up the plate with runners at first and second and 1 out. De Leon back on the mound, getting signals from his catcher.
Looks like they're set up for a bunt.
First pitch is going to be high, taken for ball 1.
Yeah, up on the grass. See if we can deliver something good and hard.
So first baseman playing up in the grass, third baseman playing even with the bag. Up the middle, they're playing a double play ball. Next pitch, swing and a miss on a fastball, even the count at 1-1. So Anderson, 1 ball, 1 strike with 1 out. Runners at first and second. Panthers already have scored a run.
You got a wide open gap over there at shortstop.
Got a huge
right now.
gap.
If he hits it hard, that's
between
right
second and shortstop. Between shortstop and third. Swing and a miss on the curveball for strike 2 to bring the count to 1 ball, 2 strikes for Anderson.
Just got to put it in play. Put it in play. Hit behind the runners. Let's see what happens.
Next pitch on the way. Curveball stays outside. Ball 2. Even the count at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Panthers again with runners at first and second here in the bottom of the second. Hanging on to 1-0 lead. De Leon checking the runner at second. Kicks, fires home, swung on. It's going to be another base hit. Left field over the third baseman's head. They're going to try to score from left field. It's going to have to hurry. The ball's not cut off, but it's off the mark. And Panthers will score another run on the base hit by Anderson. And on the throw, the runners would advance to second and third.
I'm going to tell you, Dwayne, the McCullough game was a great game for this team because they got so aggressive on the bags and they hit well, and it looks like Coach Herb is carrying that over into this Alexander game.
Now batting for your Panthers.
Very exciting.
Number 1, Brody.
So the Panthers go up 2-0, put up a cricket number here in the second inning. They've got 3 base hits, a sacrifice, and a hit by pitch. So they're sitting with 1 out on the sacrifice.
Yep.
And the top of the order comes up, and the second baseman, number 1, Brody Rips. First pitch is outside. Rips flied out to right field first time up the bat. So Panthers already have gone through the order 1 time. So the count is 1-0 on Rips. DeLeon going to pitch from the stretch with runners in the second and third here in the bottom of the second with 1 out. Pitch on the way. Rips swings on. It's a high fly ball. It's going to be in shallow center field. The runner is going to be tagging. And he goes halfway and goes back. So no throw and no tag.
I don't understand that. Why didn't we tag on that?
I know we should have tagged on it. The only reason I would say because he was shallow. He was a shallow hit. Didn't want to take a chance. So he held him at third. So we still have runners in second, third now with 2 outs. Rips flies out to center field, and that'll bring up the center fielder number 5, Easton Lange, who flied out to center field earlier.
See if he can drive one over second base right here and bring both of those boys in.
First pitch with Lange on the way. It's going to be outside. Gets away from the catcher a little bit, but scoops it up. Does not allow the runner to score. So Lange with a 1-0 count with 2 outs. Runners at second, third. DeLeon checking the runner. He steps off. Wants to go through the signals again.
Nice hard hit to the outfield, little line drive.
1-0 pitch to Lange on the way. High. Ball 2. So 2-0 count on Lange with 2 outs. Again, runners at second and third. Here in the bottom of the second, Panthers with a 2-0 lead now. Pitch on the way. And that's going to be outside for ball 3.
Yep. I'll tell you
that
what.
That was just outside for ball 3. So Lange steps back in with a 3-0 count with 2 outs. Going to watch a ball here. See if DeLeon can come through with a strike here. Pitch on the way. And that is strike right down the middle. So now three balls, 1 strike with 2 outs. Runners on second and third. Lange with a hitter's count here. DeLeon kicks and delivers. Curveball, ball 4. So Lange walks, and that'll load the bases up for the number 3 batter, the shortstop Logan Pargas, who had a base hit earlier in the first inning.
Give it up for Panther fans.
So base is loaded with 2 outs. Pargas steps to the plate.
See if Pargas can hit us a nice line drive out there.
DeLeon with the bases loaded. Delivers to Pargas. Strike 1. Pargas watches first pitch. Squeezes in there for strike 1. So 1 pitch on the way. Curveball in the outside corner for strike 2. So Logan's down on the count real quick. 0-2. So no balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bases are loaded for the Panthers here.
Got to be aggressive right here.
Pitch on the way. Swung on. Line drive right back up the middle. 1 run will score. Rounding third base. 2nd run will score.
Let's hear Panther fans.
So Pargas with a 2 RBI base hit. So he's got a 2-for-2 night going so far. Good piece of hitting by Pargas, who was down in the count, 0-2.
That's a timely hit right there.
That's a huge hit for Pargas and for the Panthers. Panthers up now 4-0 here in the second inning.
Number 9, Reese.
So timeout called by the Bulldogs. The Bulldogs will come out and have a meeting, and coach will come out and talk to the pitcher. I mean, Johnny, this is huge right now. Panthers up. Is it 5-0 or 4-0? I have 4.
It should be 4-0.
Scoreboard's saying 5. I may have missed one. But the number 1 team in the district I mean, you've got to be aggressive, and that's what the Panthers are doing. And this is what they previously in district play have not done, is scored up the ball. They're really scoring up the ball and driving the ball with line drives and scattering them everywhere.
Yeah, coming off that McCullough game, like I said, we've hit the ball all season. Some other areas of the game, such as pitching and base running, have been just a little off. But tonight I can see that Coach Herb is being very, very aggressive. We're still hitting. Newton's throwing strikes. This is a recipe for success. We just got to keep it up.
Well, just so you said, those two things, we're hitting the ball and we're throwing strikes, and that's what we've been failing on some of the games that we've fallen behind in.
Yeah.
You have Game Changer up?
Yeah, let me cool it up, see if it is.
So the cleanup batter will step up the plate with runners at first and third. That's right fielder Reese Hatcher, who grounded out the pitcher last time with the bat. So he'll step in on the lefty and lefty matchup. First pitch to him is on the way, and it's going to be taken for strike one. Time will be called as De Leon ties his shoes there on the mound. So again, runners at first and third. We're in the bottom of the second. Panthers have put up a big crooked number here. Hatcher's at the plate with 2 outs. Pitch on the one on the way, just barely gets a piece of it and fouls it off. Bring the count to 0-2.
Signal's not very good down here. Should download here in a second. See if he can put another one out on the board. Good eye.
The next pitch was a ball.
Game Changer does have 4-0. I think that's accurate.
The scoreboard is wrong.
Optimistic scoreboard we got tonight, but that's okay. We need optimism.
So 1-2 count on Hatcher with runners at first and third with 2 outs. Here in the bottom of the second. Next pitch is going to be on the outside corner for strike 3. Looked like he was outside. Hatcher not happy with that, but he gets called out on strikes. So that's going to do it for the second inning. Panthers put up 4 runs. 4 runs on 1, 2, 3, 4 hits, a hit by pitch, and a sacrifice.
5. Let's hear it for them.
So we'll go to the top of third here.
Let's hear it, outfield.
Panther base will return after these messages. Welcome back to the North Park Chevrolet of Panther Baseball. Panthers up 4-0 here, going to the top of the third. For the Bulldogs, it'll bring to the plate the right fielder, Jeremy Garabillo, the second baseman, Diego Herrera, and back to the top of the order, Hector Benavides this inning. Those will be the 3 batters.
See if we can keep this momentum going here.
Newton back on the rubber for the Panthers. He'll pitch from the windup. First pitch on the way. Taken for strike 1, so quick 1-0 count on Gabriel.
You're getting really good at that, Blaine.
Am I?
Mm-hmm.
Only took 7 years.
You're rolling your R's very, very efficiently.
The 0-1 pitch swung on. It's going to be a fly ball out to left field. No problem for the left fielder to get underneath that ball. Addison Medrano to get the first out. So Gabriel flies out to left field. That'll bring to the plate the second baseman, Diego Herrera. Too many R's there to roll on Herrera.
Herrera. Newton's at 40 pitches and still throwing very strong.
He's thrown well so far. So Herrera stepped to the plate with 1 out. Newton will be in the windup. First pitch on the way. Fastball high, taken for ball 1. Not nearly as windy this game, Johnny, as last game. You could barely hear us. The wind was so strong coming underneath these bleachers into our microphones.
Yep, it's kind of warm actually.
Newton with the 1-0 pitch. Fastball high again for ball 2. It's really just a breeze here tonight.
Yeah.
It's not, it actually feels good.
Yeah, just a little bit of a breeze.
The sun has set, so now we're in that twilight era where we've had some issues, in previous games with this twilight. It's hard to see this ball.
It is. We need to hurry up and get dark.
So 2 balls, no strikes, 1 out. Herrera at the plate, Newton on the mound. Wind-up pitch on the way. 3 fastballs in a row that are high. The count will go 3-0. So Newton needs to come big time here so we don't get a leadoff runner on base, as Herrera will be more than likely taking here. Pitch on the way, fastball right down the middle for strike 1, exactly what Newton needed.
Yeah, he needed that. Right on the inside corner.
So they'll bring the count 3 balls, 1 strike with 1 out, which was a fly ball out to left field. Played well by Madrano with his twilight. Three-one pitch on the way. Swung right through from strike 2. Good pitch.
That was right at the top of the strike zone. More than likely it would have been called a strike, so he did the right thing by swinging at it.
So Newton fights back from a 3-0 count to 3-2 full count now with 1 out. Newton taking his time. Gets a sign from his catcher. Newton kicks and throws the payoff pitch. On the outside corner, called strike 3. Good pitch on the outside corner. Didn't put it right across the plate. Threw it on the corner and got the call for strike 3.
Looked like a straight ball.
Now batting for the Bulldogs.
Straight ball, outside corner.
Hector Benavides.
So 2 outs now. That'll bring the Bulldogs to the top of the order. That's the center fielder, Hector Benavides. Finally, the Bulldogs have gone through the batting order. Benavides flied out to center field, first time up to bat. He'll step in with 2 outs. Newton steps off the rubber. Steps back on. Gets his signs from his catcher. Wind up in the throw. Curveball, outside, ball 1. Not a bad miss.
No, very, very good pitch. He may throw an inside pitch.
1-0 pitch to Benavides is on the way. Fastball swung on foul towards the dugout on the Alexander side. 4 strike 1, even the count 1 ball, 1 strike here with 2 outs in the top of the 3rd inning. Panthers up 4-0. Looking to get out of this inning, get the bats back in their hands while they're still hot. The 1-1 pitch on the way from Newton. Curveball swung on, chopper over to third base. Fielded cleanly, thrown over to first base, easily gets out number 3. So Benavides grounds out to third base. Good play by Anderson. So 3 up, 3 down for the Panthers. A good defensive inning.
Yeah, and Newton has that behind him tonight. You can tell he's confident on the mound. He's throwing the fastball a lot tonight because he's got a hell of a defense out there tonight.
Working good tonight.
Yeah, they're really doing a good job. So let's keep it up.
We'll take a quick break, hear from our sponsors. Medina Valley Baseball will return after these messages.
Texas. 268,000 square miles and then some. Twice as much elbow room as California. There's just no place like Texas. And you can take that to the bank. Texan Bank, poised and ready for a future that's wide open. Member FDIC.
Welcome back to the North Park Chevrolet broadcast of Panther baseball. We're going to the bottom of the third inning.
Number 13.
Leading off for the Panthers this inning will be the designated hitter Jake Phillips, followed by Johnny Guzman and Edison Medrano. Phillips at the plate as the DH, batting for Mark Hart. Base hit last time up the bat. First pitch to him on the way, and it's going to be low for ball one. De Leon back on the mound again for the Bulldogs. 1-0 pitch on the way. It's going to be a curveball that stays high. Bring the count to 2 balls and no strikes. Here for the leadoff batter of the inning, Jake Phillips. 2-0 pitch on the way. Inside, ball 3, so a quick 3-0 count on Phillips. Panthers got the potential leadoff batter getting on base here while he watches this next pitch. As he takes with the 3-0 count and he calls time, he's going to step out. Maybe a strategic timeout to mess with the pitcher a little bit.
Yeah.
Makes him think about that 3-0 count.
Yeah, reminds him one more time.
De Leon kicks and throws, and that didn't work. It's a fastball right down the middle for strike 1.
Okay, one more of those. Phillips pounds it.
Phillips steps back in. 3-1 count. De Leon kicks and throws. Swung on.
Get
Ground
through.
ball.
Get
Gets through the third
Yes,
baseman
sir.
for another base hit. So Phillips, 2 base hits, a 2-for-2 night. Hit it right past the diving third baseman to get on base, and that'll bring the plate the catcher. Number 8, Johnny Guzman, who had a sacrifice bunt last time up the bat.
It's number 8.
Which,
Same playbook, right?
yep, same thing. Phillips got on base.
Yeah.
Guzman sacrificed him over. Let's see if they call the same thing here.
Yeah,
And
let's see.
Guzman is smiling, so I think that may be an opportunity to get him
How
moved
about that
over again.
bat? Let's see what that bat can do tonight.
So nobody out, runner at first. Deli on the mound, Guzman at the plate. Kicks and throws, scores around, bunts the ball out in front of the plate. Fielded by the pitcher. Pitcher throws over the first base. He pulls him off the base. Guzman's going to get there on an error. So Guzman reaches first base.
That's not a hit?
It's going to be an E1 on the
Same
bad
playbook.
throw.
Same play.
It was a good bunt on the first pitch.
Now pitch ready. Number 15.
So Guzman will come out since he's a catcher. So Zane Keller will take his place as the pinch runner. Guzman did his job, moved the runner over to second baseman. So the Panthers have runners at first and second with Addison Medrano, the left fielder, who was hit by pitch last time up the bat. So Panthers with the runner in scoring position early here with nobody out in the bottom of the third inning.
All right, let's see what Medrano can do. Put one right over second base, bring in a run or so.
Medrano steps in, lefty on lefty matchup. Corners are playing up. Throw over to second base. Not in time.
Good move.
Phillips gets back in time. It was a good move. It was close. So Medrano steps back in. Phillips gets his lead off second. Pitch on the way. Medrano squares around but does not offer at it, so it'll be ball 1 on the high pitch.
This is really like a deja vu inning right now.
Yeah, I haven't seen us bunt this much in a long time.
Yeah, and he's lining up to bunt, pulls it back.
And it's working. I mean, you gotta go with what works.
Right.
So we do it all over again. Medrano steps back in with ball 1, scores around, pulls back. Oh, and calls strike 1. So he lets the pitch go for a strike.
He's calling that outside corner, rightfully so.
It's a 1-1 count. Coach Herb giving the signals out again. Runners and batter checking their signal cards. Medrano steps back in with an 0-1 count. Sorry, it's a 1-1 count. Scoreboard shows 0-1. Checks a run over at second. De Leon kicks, bunts the ball, but it's going to be foul. So the bunt does not work, so Medrano will go down in the count. I believe it's going to be 1 and 2 on the count.
Yeah, 1 and 2.
Scoreboard showing 0 and 1 still. Yeah, it's 1 and 2 for what the umpire says. Step back in. Nobody out. Runners at first and second.
Yeah, let's just get that runner over to third base.
With 1-2 count. Pitch on the way. Curveball, low and outside. Even the count at 2 and 2. So 2-2 count. Nobody out. Runners at first and second. Pitch on the way. Curveball, swing and a miss.
No, it's
He gets him on the strikeout. So 1 out. Madrano strikes out and brings to the plate. Number 3, the pitcher, Michael Newton. Michael Newton helped his cause earlier with a single in the big inning the Panthers had in the second.
Up to bat, number 3, Michael Newton.
Then Newton steps up to the plate, right-handed batter. Runners at first and second, 1 out. First pitch to Newton on the way. Swung on, popped out of play. Foul ball. Kind of reached for that a little bit.
Yeah, he did.
Was trying a little bit over-aggressive there on an outside pitch.
Well, the good news is they're swinging at outside pitches tonight. They have avoided those in the past, and that's hurt us.
So 0-1 count on Newton. Pitch on the way. Check swing. Either way, it's called for strike 2.
That was a very good pitch right down the middle.
It was a good pitch right on the outside half of the plate. 0-2 count now on Newton. Panthers have 2 runners on, 1 out. Next pitch swung on a high fly ball to center field. Center fielder coming up on it, calling the ball. No tag. Ball comes in. Now the Panthers have 2 outs. So Newton flies out to center field. Runner still holding at first and second. That'll bring to the plate the third baseman, Sean Anderson, who also had a base hit last time up the bat.
Give it up, Panther fans. You know him. It's Mr. number 7, Sean Anderson.
So Anderson steps up to the plate. Runners at first and second with 2 outs. We're here in the bottom of the third. Panthers up 4-0. Would love to get another run or 2 across here. Anderson awaiting the first pitch. Throw back over to second base. He gets away for the second baseman. He spun and throw, got away. Runners would advance. Now we have runners at second and third. 2 runners in scoring position. Huge opportunity. Pitchers, they had a pickoff play on. The pitcher spun around and threw it to second base, and it was way off the mark and ended up in center field.
Yeah, we got to keep the pressure on them. Make them make plays like that.
We need to take advantage of their mistakes, and we have been so far.
Yep.
Not many. We've been really hitting the ball, but we need to take advantage when we get the opportunity against a good team like this. Next pitch on the way. Low taken for Anderson. It's the first pitch for Anderson, so it's a 1-0 count. De Leon checking runner at second. Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. I believe that evens the count at 1-1.
1-1, yeah.
So runners at second and third.
Yeah, it does look like the windstorm got our scoreboard out there, huh?
It did. We're losing the ball count. Next pitch is going to be called strike 2.
Got to put it in play here.
So it's a 1-2 count, I believe, with 2 outs. Runners at second and third.
Yeah.
Pitch on the way to Anderson. Swing and a miss for strike 3. So De Leon gets 2 strikeouts that inning. Yeah. Panthers leave 2 runners on, and the score stays the same. Medina Valley 4, Laredo Alexander 0. We'll take a break and come back after these messages from our sponsors.
Big State Electric is raising the bar in the San Antonio electrical industry. Working with local and forward-thinking companies, we are changing the downtown skyline with beautiful and innovative buildings. As well as working with local universities, we are revolutionizing academic sports with cutting-edge and high-tech electrical solutions. Join us as we light up the future one project at a time. Big State Electric, competence and quality since 1966, supporting San Antonio, Austin, Houston, and the Gulf Coast region.
Like you, we love calling this home. Castroville State Bank has been serving the Medina Valley area for over 63 years by providing the best financial products, modern technology, and customer service. Not only are we the local bank you can rely on for all your financial needs, but we are also your neighbors, giving back to the community we grew up in and love. Come home to Castroville State Bank.
Andrew DeLeon.
Welcome back to the North Park Chevrolet broadcast of Panther baseball. We are going to the top of the fourth now. Panthers still up 4-0. Looks like Newton is still going to be on the mound for the Panthers, and the Bulldogs will bring up to the plate the number 2 batter, their pitcher, Andrew DeLeon, Laredo Medina, and Peter Palizo.
You know, in the last batter, Anderson, that catcher was lined up way outside, and you would think like maybe the runner on second could give some kind of, hey, out kind of thing. We need to work on that because these guys are, all the people we're going to face are going to be throwing outside.
So DeLeon steps to the plate, right-handed batter, left-handed thrower as the pitcher. First pitch from Newton on the way is going to be high for ball 1. DeLeon will step back in. Newton's going to pitch from the windup. 1 ball, no strikes. Nobody out here in the top of the fourth. Pitch on the way. Another high ball. Bring the count to 2-0.
52 pitches for Newton. Still got a long ways to go. A lot of tread here.
2-0 pitch to DeLeon on the way. Oh, it's just inside. I thought that may sneak in the inside corner, but not enough. Bring the count to 3-0.
Good looking pitch.
Didn't miss by much. .30 pitch by Newton is on the way. High and outside, he walked the leadoff batter. Kind of the first sign there by Newton of letting up a little bit here in the fourth inning
Bulldogs.
after 3 complete.
Laredo Medina.
Well, they got a pinch runner, so you got to keep this guy close like they did in the first inning.
So the pinch runner, I believe, is Eduardo Nino. Nino on first base, running for the pitcher here with nobody out. And that'll bring number 19 to the plate, the third baseman, Laredo Medina, who struck out last time up the bat. So the leadoff runner on. Nobody out here in the top of the fourth. Newton checking the runner up first. Kicks and throws to Medina. Curveball starts him out with, but it's low and in outside. Good stop by the catcher to keep the ball in front of him with the runner on first. So 1 ball, no strikes, runner on first, nobody out. Here in the top of the fourth. Newton delivers home. High fastball. Oh, and the ball's overthrown back to the pitcher. Good job backing up there.
Gotta square your shoulders.
By Rips. So 5 straight balls thrown by Newton, I believe.
Yeah, he's got to go back to the fastball. It was working great.
Medina
with it.
Medina with a 2-0 count. Runner at first. Pitch on the way. There's a fastball in the corner for a strike. They bring the count 2 balls, 1 strike. Nobody out. Runner on first. So Medina steps back in. Newton checking the runner over at first. And throw from the stretch. 2-1 pitch on the way. Swung on. Ground ball to shortstop. Shortstop backs up, throws over to second. Second over to first.
Oh, they got him.
And they complete the double play.
Yes, they got him.
Just in time. It was almost like it was in slow motion.
Yeah. When you have a 7-foot tall first baseman, that helps.
Yeah.
What a great play Pargas made there, and Rips turned it around. And
Pargas had to take a step back in
Yeah,
order
he
to
did.
catch it on the easy hop. Still got the double play.
Yep. And Marquardt made a great play over at first.
So
So
that
that was just all around
That
beautiful.
clears the bases.
Yep.
And brings the Bulldogs to 2 outs now.
Yep.
So with 2 outs, Peter Palisa will step in, the shortstop, who grounded out to second base the last time up the bat. So Newton back to the windup. First pitch is a high fastball for ball 1.
Plays like that cover up those 2 walks. Never even.
And that was
know
huge.
about them. Yeah.
That saves a lot of pitches
It
in
sure
this
does.
inning.
Yeah, sure does. Yep. Take your time. You got plenty of time, Newton.
Newton steps off the plate, walks around a little bit, kind of compose himself a little bit, knowing that double play just helped him out quite a bit. 1-0 pitch on the way, and it's going to
on the outside.
Stay outside for ball 2. So 2 balls, no strikes with 2 outs. Pitch on the way. Outside again. So 3-0 count. Newton laboring just a little bit now here. I don't know if we have any action going on in the bullpen, but they may consider it with Newton struggling just a little bit here.
I'm sure that they'll talk about it after he gets this out.
So 3 balls, no strikes, 2 outs. Nobody on base here in the top of the 4th. Next pitch on the way is outside. Walked him on 4 pitches. So 2 bases on balls issued this inning by Newton.
Up to bat, number 13.
And it'll bring to the plate the first baseman, Riley Lorenzo, who grounded out to second base last time up the bat. So now Newton will have to go back to pitching from the stretch.
Let's see how aggressive they are with 2 outs. Got to get them out of there.
Panthers holding on to a 4-0 lead here. Good lead over at first base. First pitch is a curveball. Finally gets the call on the first pitch curveball for strike 1.
Nice pitch there.
Gets it across. If you can throw it for a strike, you might as well throw it. But if you're struggling,
Yeah, stick with the fastball.
yeah, it's a
of course.
tough pitch to be throwing. So 0-1 count with 2 outs.
There
Throw
you
back
go.
over to first
Beautiful.
base.
Got him.
Oh, he's
Got
going to
him.
ring him up.
Got-
Oh, he called him safe. He took a crow hop, the umpire did, like he was going to call him out, and decided nope, he changed his call. Wow.
They cannot challenge that, right?
No video review, I don't think.
That was a really good move, and that'll probably keep him close for the remainder of this inning.
Yeah. So the 0-1 count with 2 outs to Lorenzo. And that's going to be low for a ball. That'll even the count at 1-1. Third base coach giving signals to the first base runner. So Lorenzo steps back in with a 1-1 count with 2 outs. Pitch on the way. Curveball swung on, fouled off to the Panther dugout. We'll bring the count to 1 ball and 2 strikes here with 2 outs.
All right, need 1 more strike.
So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Lorenzo steps back in. Newton toes the rubber. Checks his runner over at first. 1-2 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss for strike 3.
Nice high
Another
fastball.
inning-ending strikeout by Michael Newton. Way to finish strong after issuing 2 walks. Double play helped him out quite a bit there, but he's finished strong on that inning.
Sure did.
So we'll go to the bottom half of the 4th inning. Panthers holding on to a 4-0 lead against the Laredo Alexander Bulldogs. We'll take a break here from our sponsors. Panther Baseball will continue after these messages.
Like you, we love calling this home. Castroville State Bank has been serving the Medina Valley area for over 63 years by providing the best financial products, modern technology, and customer service. Not only are we the local bank you can rely on for all your financial needs, but we are also your neighbors, giving back to the community we grew up in and love. Come home to Castroville State Bank.
Call State Farm agent Hazel Russell in Castroville at 830-931-3441.
Welcome back to the North Park Chevrolet broadcast of Panther baseball. Panthers going to lead it off the top of the order. The second baseman, Brody Rips, flied out to right field and is flied out to center field. It looks like De Leon will be back on the rubber for the Bulldogs. First pitch is going to be high and outside for ball one. And if you're counting, I'm on my third cough drop as the allergies are starting to kick in again. So the 1-0 pitch on the way. On the outside corner, 4-1. So it'll be even the count at 1-1 on the leadoff batter for the Panthers, Brody Rips.
Brody's about due for one here. Rips is going to hopefully come up big for us right here.
Next pitch on the way, low. Oh, that was a low strike then, let's call it.
Wow. Okay. Got to hit it. Got to play aggressive here.
1 ball, 2 strikes. You're in the bottom of the 4th. Pitch on the way, and that one's real low. That's going to be ball 2, so 2-2 count. That evens the count with nobody out here in the bottom of the 4th. Panthers holding on to a 4-0 lead against the top team in the district, Alexander Bulldogs. 2-2 pitch on the way. Swung on, ground ball towards shortstop, fielded cleanly, thrown over to first base, and that'll be out number 1. Good play by the shortstop, Peter Paliso, to get the first out for the Bulldogs. That'll bring the number 2 batter, the center fielder, number 5, Easton Lange, who has flied out the center field and walked for the Panthers.
All right, Lange's due for one. Let's hit a sharp one out there.
First pitch to Lange on the way. Swung on, foul. A little check swing. Ball goes straight into the ground. Bat just got a piece of it.
Yeah, it looked like it hit the knob.
yeah. Just got a piece of the handle or the knob. So an 0-1 count to Lange, the left-handed batter. And that's on the outside corner for strike 2. So Lange now in the hole 0-2 with 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Lange steps back in. Lefty on lefty matchup. Pitch on the way. It's way outside for ball 1, so we'll bring the count to 1-2. So 1-2 count on Lange. De Leon getting his signal from his catcher. Pitching from the stretch as he always does. Pitch on the way. Curveball called out on strikes. So backwards K for Lange for out number 2. And that'll bring to the plate the shortstop Logan Pargas, who's had a great night so far with 2 singles.
See if he can start us out.
We'll step up to the plate and try to get something going with 2 outs.
Up to bat for the Panthers, number 2, Logan Pargas.
Panthers cannot afford to let up. First pitch to Pargas, high fastball taken for ball 1. I believe both hits by Pargas has been sitting with 2 strikes on him.
Yeah. Likes to make it fun and interesting.
Pargas awaiting the 1-0 pitch. Make it 2-0 as he throws another ball high. Pargas steps back in with a 2-0 count with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th. Panthers up 4-0. Pitch on the way. Another high fastball. Pargas will be sitting with a 3-0 count. 3-0 pitch on the way. taken for ball 4. So Pargus reaches base for the 3rd time tonight on a walk, a 4-pitch walk, and that'll bring to the plate the right fielder, Reese Hatcher. Hatcher's grounded out the pitcher and struck out looking, so Hatcher is due.
Yeah, for sure.
Reese Hatcher.
And I'm sure they're going to be throwing on the outside corner again.
It'll be a lefty and lefty matchup, so.
See if Hatcher can catch a good one here.
So 2 outs, runner on first, Hatcher at the plate. Kicks and throws. Low for ball 1. Hatcher stays in the box as De Leon takes a lap around pitcher's mound, getting set to throw now. Checks a run over at first, pitch on the way. Lefty on lefty matchup. Next pitch is going to be called strike 1, so leaving the count at 1-1. Two outs. Throw back over to first base. Not in time.
Pretty high throw.
Yeah, it was a high throw. Pargus in easily. De Leon from the stretch, checking the runner again. Pitch on the way to Hatcher, and it's going to be low for ball 2. So Hatcher will be up in the count now. 2 balls, 1 strike with 2 outs. Runner at first here in the bottom of the 4th. De Leon with a 2-1 pitch. Taken outside for ball 3. Working that outside corner, but did not get the call.
Just trying to put it out there.
So Hatcher will step back in with a 3-1 count with 2 outs. Pargus standing on first base. Pargus getting a sizable lead over there. Swung on the pitch. It's going to be a little ground ball. It's going to get, no, does not get through.
Oh.
Second baseman feels it and gets you out. Moving hard to his left, feels it. Pitcher covers first base as the first baseman's coming in. He underhands it to the pitcher to get the third out on a ground ball to the shortstop. I mean, to second base.
Really good play on the second
good
base.
Good outstanding play by Diego Herrera for the Bulldogs at second base. So that's going to do it for the 4th inning. Panthers holding on to a 4-0 lead. We'll take a break, and Panther Baseball will return after these messages.
Security State Bank, your financial partner since 1925 with one simple goal, to be the best bank possible to the families and businesses of South Texas. Check out Security State Bank's competitive rates and services from local people you know and trust. Serving South Texas with 7 convenient locations, including 1726 Highway 90 East in Castroville. Call 830-538-9898 or online at securitystbk.com. Equal housing lender. Member FDIC.
GOM Real Estate, helping families like yours for 45 years. First-time buyer or looking to branch out into land or ranch ownership? GOM Real Estate offers a wide range of services tailored to meet your residential or commercial needs. Their dedicated team provides complete support with personalized, expert advice and extensive knowledge of the local market to help you secure the best deal possible, because your goals are their goals. Find out more at GOMRealestate.com.
Welcome back to the North Park Chevrolet broadcast of Panther Baseball. We are going to the top of the 5th inning. Panthers holding on to a 4-0 lead against the Laredo Alexander Bulldogs. And the Bulldogs will lead off with number 14 left fielder Federico Hernandez. Walked first time up the bat. He will be followed by Walter Gonzalez and Jeremy Gabriel.
Canico. All right, let's see if Newton can keep him straight.
Hernandez steps back in. First pitch to him is going to be fouled to straight back.
Keep it right there. Still got a lot of velocity. I think he might be throwing a little bit harder each inning as it goes along. Really doing a good job.
Yeah, Newton back on the mound for the Panthers with an 0-1 count. on Hernandez. Next pitch on the way is going to be a curveball. Breaks in there for strike 2.
Right on the edge.
So Hernandez in the hole with an 0-2 count here in the top of the 5th. Newton pitching from the windup. 0-2 pitch on the way. High. Ball 1. Remember, both these teams have to play again on Friday night. So pitching, they're going to try to ride these pitchers as long as they can.
Absolutely, yeah.
Trying to get the most out of Newton here, bringing him here into the 5th inning. Panthers holding on to a 4-0 lead. 0-2 pitch on the way. It's curveball just outside. For ball 2, so leaving the count at 2-2 here with nobody out. Hernandez steps back in. Pitch on the way. Outside, he'll fool the count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Newton needs to
just throw a fastball.
He just needs to throw strikes here, not worried about getting the strikeouts.
Yeah.
I mean, this defense has done an outstanding job so far tonight.
Yep.
He needs to let them do the majority of the work as he labors here a little bit. Payoff pitch on the way from Newton. Swing and a miss. He gets the strikeout. Throws it right past him with the fastball. Reared back and threw the ball right down the middle.
And that is the magic pitch tonight.
It's been working good for Newton.
Walter Gonzalez.
So designated here, number 24, Walter Gonzalez will step up to the plate. Gonzalez has struck out so far tonight, and he'll be following a strikeout by Hernandez. So 1 out here in the top of the 5th. Newton from the windup. Curveball, ground ball to the shortstop. Easily fielded up Pargas. Thrown over to first base, route number 2. So 1 pitch, 1 out.
Give it up,
Grounds out to shortstop. So they'll bring up to the plate the right fielder, Jeremy Gabriel.
Bulldogs, number 11.
Gabriel has flied out to left field so far tonight. So Gabriel step up to the plate. Newton will climb back up onto the rubber. Be righty on lefty matchup as Gabriel steps in as a left-handed batter. First pitch on the way. Outside, ball 1. So 1-0 count with 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. Pitch on the way. Curveball in there for a strike. Good pitch by Newton. Bring the count to 1-1. Looks like over the softball game, Medina Valley leads 2-0 in the bottom of the 5th. And I believe they're playing one of the United schools tonight in Laredo. Pitch on the way. High fastball for ball 2. So they'll bring the count to 2 balls, 1 strike here with 2 outs. So 2 balls, 1 strike with 2 outs to Gabriel, left-handed batter. Newton will be bringing it from the windup. Kicks and delivers. High fastball. Pitch count starting to get up there for Newton. Working hard to stay in the count on all these batters here. Doing a good job.
Yeah, he is.
He's really focusing and you can tell he's laboring a little bit, maybe getting tired, but he's still getting the pitches across.
Yep.
Again, they're going to ride him as long as they can.
Get us out of this inning.
3 balls, 1 strike. 2 outs, pitches high, and he walked him. So the Bulldogs get a runner on.
To bat for the Bulldogs. Number 4, Diego Herrera.
With a runner on first with 2 outs, the Bulldogs are bringing to the plate the number 9 batter, Diego Herrera, who has struck out looking his other time up to bat. So 2 outs, runner on first, top of the 5th. Newton checks his run over at first. Kicks and throws, high fastball, ball 1.
Let's get this out right here.
This is a huge out. Panthers have not let to get any runners in scoring position here with 2 outs. Herrera taking his time at the plate. He finally steps back in. Newton checks his run over at first. 2 outs. 1-0 pitch on the way. Outside, ball 2. So Herrera up with the hitter's count. 2 balls, no strikes with 2 outs.
I can't tell if there's any activity in our bullpen or not.
Unless he's going to bring someone off the field as the reliever, if he decides to do that. So 2-0 count to Herrera. Newton checks a runner over at first. Gets a signal from his catcher, kicks and throws. Swung on, fly ball towards left center. It's going to be a gapper. Fielded by the center fielder, thrown over to the cutoff man. It'll hold the runner at third base. So Alexander on a double by Herrera. We're going to give him a base hit and a fielder's choice getting over to second base for the throw went to third base. So Diego will get a single, but the Bulldogs have runners now at second and third with 2 outs, and it'll bring them to the top of the order. Center fielder Hector Benavides will step in. He's fight out to center field and grounded out to third base, so Alexander an opportunity to get back in the game here. So with runners at second and third, Newton will pitch from the windup with 2 outs. First pitch is going to be outside. Guzman doing a good job getting out there to stop that ball, keeping it from getting away.
You just got to stay with what's been working. That's the first hit, wasn't it? That's the first hit of the night?
That is the first hit of the night. He had a good game going.
Yep, so stick with it, though. It's still working. Ooh, high fastballs.
1-0 pitch on the way. Curveball outside. Good block by the catcher.
Good block, Johnny.
That's been one of the plays of the game right there, stopping that ball. That would have scored a run. So Coach Herb calls timeout. Go out and talk. I don't know if he's going to settle him down or make a pitching change, but they've got a way to get if he's going to ride that Newton for a little bit longer, he's got to settle him down, and he's got to get him back to the basics and throwing strikes. He's done a good job tonight. Again, that was the first hit of the night for Laredo Alexander. And it was a timely hit to get runners in second and third with 2 outs.
Yeah, I think at this point, well, let's see what he does.
It looks like they're going to keep him in. I don't think they're going to do a pitching change as Coach Herb is already walking off the mound. That's his first mound visit. He gets 2. So we'll get everything set up again. I think that was a good timeout called.
All right, let's see if we can.
As Benavides steps back in, the leadoff batter.
See if we can get a few strikes on the batter or get a grounder pitch out there, close it out.
Sitting with a hitter's count, 2-0 with 2 outs. Pitched curveball. Low and outside for ball 3. Wow. I don't know if you throw a curveball with a 2-0 count in this situation. Now it runs the count to 3 balls and no strikes.
Yeah, let's see if we can get out of this, but that's what we talked about earlier.
We do have a base open. Maybe that's why. Next pitch is outside, so he walked the leadoff batter.
Looks like he's going to stay with him.
So bases are loaded. It's not a bad thing to walk the leadoff batter there with runners on second, third. He got bases loaded, didn't hurt anything. Not even force out at any base.
Up to bat for the Bulldogs, Andrew DeLeon.
So it looks like we have some activity now going to the bullpen. So the number 2 batter, Andrew DeLeon, the pitcher of record, is going to come to the plate. He's grounded out the shortstop, and he has walked so far tonight. So he'll have bases loaded with 2 outs here. Pitch on the way. Curveball. Blocked by the catcher. Ball got in the dirt. Guzman did a good job getting out there to take it off his chest after the hop in the dirt. So 1-0 count now for DeLeon with bases loaded. Panthers desperately need to get out of this situation here. In the 5th inning, top of the 5th, 2 outs, bases loaded. DeLeon at the plate with a 1-0 count.
Just throw him a strike here.
From the stretch, pitch on the way. Another curveball, does not get the call. So 2-0 count.
And again, this just goes back to the conversation we talked about early on, is fastballs win games, especially when they're put in the right spot. So let's hope he can get a fastball right in there now and put it on the outside corner.
So 2-0 count, bases loaded with 2 outs. Now he's got to come with a fastball. He sure does, and it's in there for a strike. I don't know how you lay off a 2-0 fastball. We'll take it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, when you throw, he's thrown, what,
Yeah.
eight balls in a row.
Yeah, he's probably telling him take till he gets a strike. If he's going to be throwing curveballs in the dirt, take till we get a strike.
And that's a good-looking pitch, and I think you throw that one again and see what happens.
So 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Bases loaded here in the top of the 5th. Panthers need an out. Pitch on the way, swung on, fly ball. It's going to be foul out of play. So now we got a 2-2 count. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bases juiced right now. It's a big pitch coming up here for Newton.
Yep.
And for DeLeon.
Yep, let's see a little grounder pitch right here. And
so we get a new baseball in the field. DeLeon digs back in. Newton pitching from the windup. 2-2 pitch on the way. Fastball swung on, fouled off. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. We'll do it all over again. 2 outs, bases loaded, top of the 5th. Umpire calls timeout, cleans home plate off. Newton takes his time off the rubber, walking around a little bit. Steps back up on the mound. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, bases loaded, top of the 5th. From the windup, the 2-2 pitch. Curveball into the dirt again. Gets away from the catcher, but only right underneath him. That'll bring the count to full. So we got a big pitch here. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs.
Well, I think I know what they're going to throw right here, but let's see what happens.
The curveball's been hurting in the last few pitches as he's thrown. I don't think he's thrown many for strikes.
And it was working early on, but after a very, very successful fastball, you got to go with that.
So the payoff pitch, 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, bases loaded, swing, and he pops it back for a foul ball.
That was a nice
Goes
fastball.
into the screen. That was a fastball with a lot of velocity on it. Couldn't catch up to it. So we'll do it all over again. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, bases loaded. Here at the top of the 5th. Panthers need a big pitch here. Again, Newton, let's let his defense do the work.
Yeah, let's see. Let's go. Nice straight one right here.
Pitching from the stretch now. Checking his runner over third. Payoff pitch on the way. Ground ball right back to the pitcher. Newton on his way to first base, tosses it over and gets out of the inning.
Gets out of it.
Huge out. Ground out to the pitcher by DeLeon. Panthers get out of the inning.
That was
Bulldogs leave bases loaded. So huge defensive inning for the Panthers, at least finishing the inning.
Yeah.
Defensively huge.
Big time right there.
So we'll go to the bottom of the fifth. Panther baseball return after these messages.
GOM Real Estate, helping families like yours for 45 years. First-time buyer or looking to branch out into land or ranch ownership? GOM Real Estate offers a wide range of services tailored to meet your residential or commercial needs. Their dedicated team provides complete support with personalized, expert advice and extensive knowledge of the local market to help you secure the best deal possible. Because your goals are their goals. Find out more at GOMRealestate.com.
Welcome back to Panther Baseball, sponsored by North Park Chevrolet. And we've got a reader for one of our sponsors, Magnolia Filling Station. The Magnolia Filling Station features a daily dark roast and Fiorella blend medium roast drip coffee, lattes, iced lattes, cold brews, chai lattes, mochas, teas, and lemonades. Daily made from scratch are pastries, muffins, cookies, cupcakes, and banana bread, just to name a few. A variety of sandwiches to include ham, turkey, Italian, and pimento cheese. They have protein lunch boxes, English muffin breakfast sandwiches, and fresh fruit parfaits. Sit outside under the patio, enjoy the historic downtown Castro atmosphere, or sit inside and visit with its friendly baristas and locals. Located 1101 Fiorella Street in beautiful downtown Castroville. I'd like to thank Magnolia Filling Station for sponsoring Panther Baseball and all our sponsors who've sponsored Panther Athletics. So we are going to the bottom of the fifth. Panthers get out of a huge inning. Bulldogs leaving bases loaded and holding on to a 4-0 lead here in the bottom of the fifth. And due for the Panthers this inning is going to be Phillips, Guzman, and Medrano. So the designated hitter for Carter Marquardt, Jake Phillips, will step to the plate, who has singled and singled at the 2-for-2 night. Step up to the plate here in the bottom of the fifth, and the first pitch to him is going to be, looks like a little curveball that stays on the, hits the outside corner for strike one.
They got to stay aggressive. They got to keep swinging the bat, hitting the ball hard. Something good will happen.
0-1 pitch swung on, foul straight back. Will bring the count to 0-2 quickly on Phillips. Panthers have done a good job tonight on 2 strikes, hitting the ball with 2 strikes.
Anything close has got to go right here. Let's see what Phillips can put it out there.
0-2 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss for strike 3.
And again, that catcher is lined up outside, which gives you a pretty good hint that that's probably where the ball's going. Got to have a good way of identifying that.
So 3-pitch strikeout for De Leon against Phillips, and that'll bring to the plate the catcher, Johnny Guzman, who has sacrificed and reached first base on an error on that bunt. But he has basically given him a sacrifice twice tonight. First pitch to him is going to be strike 1. Well, 1 pitch on the way, swing and a miss for strike 2. De Leon throwing with a little velocity.
Yeah, it looks like he's throwing a lot faster.
A little anger, I think, after that last inning where they didn't score any runs.
Yeah. Let's see what we can do here.
1 out, 0-2 pitch on the way to Guzman. Swung on and fouled straight back for.
And again, the catcher's lined up on the outside. We got to be aggressive on the outside pitch.
So we'll keep it the same, an 0-2 count on Guzman. De Leon pumping the strikes right now.
It's got to be close here. Let's hit it.
Guzman steps back in. De Leon gets a signal from his catcher. Throwing from the stretch with nobody on. The 0-2 pitch on the way. Swung on, foul straight back again. So we'll keep it at 0-2 with 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th inning. De Leon with the 0-2 pitch. Outside pitch called, strike 3.
Got to swing the bat, yeah.
So 2 batters, 2 strikeouts for De Leon. Again, looks like he's pitching with a little anger in him now.
Yeah, he's really throwing hard.
He's throwing good right now. And that'll bring the left fielder, Addison Medrano. Medrano has been hit by pitch and struck out. And by the way, hit by pitches are all sponsored by Hazel Russell, State Farm agent. There's been a couple in the night, so appreciate State Farm agent Hazel Russell for sponsoring. First pitch to Medrano is fouled for strike one. So Medrano steps in with an 0-1 count. Again, a lefty-on-lefty matchup. Pitch on the way. That's a first ball he's thrown.
Yeah, he's on a mission.
First two batters, I think he threw 6 pitches. 7 pitches. Medrano sitting with a 1-1 count now with 2 outs. Pitch on the way. That's a strike on the outside corner.
He's painting the corners now.
Yeah, he has 1 ball, 2 strikes. I'm assuming he's their ace because he's been.
Yeah, he's throwing pretty well.
They're trying to ride him. 1-2 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Ball gets past the catcher. Steps outside, throws down to first base, and then get the out. So Medrano will strike out. So 3 up, 3 down, all strikeouts. And that's going to do it for the Panthers on strikeouts in the bottom of the 5th here. So we'll go to the top of the 6th. Panther baseball return after these messages.
GOM Real Estate, helping families like yours for 45 years. First-time buyer or looking to branch out into land or ranch ownership, GOM Real Estate offers a wide range of services tailored to meet your residential or commercial needs. Their dedicated team provides complete support with personalized, expert advice and extensive knowledge of the local market to help you secure the best deal possible. Because your goals are their goals. Find out more at GOMRealestate.com.
Now at North Park Chevrolet. Buy a new 2024 Silverado 1500 Crew Cab posted at $34,999. Lease for $370 a month with 0 down. Get 3.9% financing for 75 months on new 2025 Silverado Crew Cab Texas editions. And save $10,000 off MSRP on new 2025 Silverado heavy duty trucks. Plus 5.9% financing for 84 months. Together, let's drive at North Park Chevrolet. 10 minutes outside Loop 410 in Castroville or at npchevy.com.
That guy started out, De Leon started.
Welcome back to the North Park Chevrolet broadcast of Panther baseball. We are going to the top of the 6th. Panthers are going to ride Newton into the 6th inning with how many pitches, Johnny?
He's got 92 pitches.
Thrown 92 pitches so far tonight.
And De Leon has 92 pitches.
92, so they're throwing about the same pitch count. So I don't know how much longer, maybe just a couple batters here.
Actually, that is actually Jake Phillips on the mound.
Oh, there is a pitching change.
13.
Number 13, Jake Phillips has entered the game, so he will inherit a 4-0 lead right now. And the pitching change is sponsored by Peerless Equipment. Thanks to Peerless Equipment sponsoring pitching change. So Jake Phillips will enter the game here in the top of the 6th. And the Bulldogs will bring to the plate Lotto Medina, Peter Paliso, and Ronnie Lorenzo this inning. Lotto Medina, the third baseman, will step to the plate, and he'll have a strikeout and a ground out to shortstop on a double play ball.
And again, going back to pitching, Phillips needs to stick with his fastball. If he can find it, he's got a lot of velocity, and he can hit the corners and keep it simple. Throw a bunch of ground ball pitches, if you will, and let's see what they go with.
So Jake Phillips on the mound. He is a right-handed pitcher, and he'll face a right-handed batter in Medina. Here in the top of the 6th. Panthers holding on to a 4-0 lead. First pitch on the way from Phillips. Fastball outside for ball 1. So Medina steps back in with a 1-0 count. Phillips will be pitching from the windup. 1-0 pitch on the way. On the outside corner for strike 1. Even the count at 1-1.
Keep it right there. Straight.
1-1 count to Medina. Pitch on the way. Outside. Ball 2. So 2 balls, 1 strike on the first batter here in the top of the 6th inning. 2-1 pitch on the way. Outside, ball 3. Guzman getting their workout behind the plate here for the Panthers, as that ball drew him out of his stance.
Looks like he's throwing fastballs, just not finding the spot right now. He'll find it here in a minute. Let's see what happens. Keep it there.
So 3-1 count on Medina. Phillips from the windup, pitch on the way, and there's the fastball right down the middle to bring the count to full.
That was probably the one to try and hit if they're going to try and hit. If they're going to walk, you just keep it right down the pipe here.
Come back with a fastball. Payoff pitch on the way. Fastball swung on high, pop fly. It's going to be foul on the left side. Coming hard is a shortstop. Oh,
Medrano
diving play, but does not make it.
What an effort.
I didn't think he was going to get to that ball, and it went off his glove as he dove at that ball. I think it just bounced before his glove. Good effort by Medrano in left field. They need to give him a second to gather his breath back over there.
That's how you do it out there. You lay out. Medrano is not one to shy away.
Well, that'll definitely change the momentum. That's for sure. You make a catch like that. Good effort by Medrano on left. We'll keep everything the same here. The count will stay the same. 3 balls, 2 strikes. As the umpire wipes off the plate to give Medrano an opportunity to catch his breath. Medina will step back in with the full count. Payoff pitch on the way. Swing and a miss on the outside.
Yeah, that was
just outside the plate there, and he swung and missed that. It looked good, though.
Yeah,
good spot. It may have caught some of that corner of that play, but either way, it was a swing and a miss to get a crucial first out here.
And that's
in the top of the 6th.
That's a confidence builder for Phillips. He needs that. That's a beautiful pitch on the outside. A little help from the batter never hurt on that one.
So Paliso will step up. Saliso's grounded out to second base and walked. Will step up with 1 out. Phillips at the plate from the windup. First pitch on the way. High fastball, ball 1.
Yeah, just keep it right there.
So Phillips just comes in as, he was the designator hitter, correct? Yeah.
He was, yes.
Next pitch is going to be outside for ball 2. So quickly, hitters count for Paliso, 2-0 count. I don't think there was any changes. It was just a switch out maybe, unless...
No, it looks like everybody else out there.
Unless Newton went to the outfield.
2-0
pitch on the way. It's
Newton's actually
outside.
at first base.
Okay, so Marquardt comes out. Newton goes to first.
Yep. Good point. Just caught that.
So 3-0 count now for Paliso. 3 straight balls thrown by Phillips. 3-0 pitch on the way. Fastball right down the middle.
Keep it simple. Keep it simple.
So the count will run to 3-1. From the windup, pitch on the way. No, right, pumps another fastball right down the middle for strike 2.
All day long, right?
So now we'll go to a full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes with 1 out.
This might be the time for that outside pitch again. They're going to have to be swinging at anything close here.
So Phillips with another payoff pitch on the way. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Fastball's been working excellent for Phillips tonight with 2 straight strikeouts. That'll bring to the plate the first baseman, Ronnie Lorenzo. Lorenzo's grounded out to second base and has struck out.
Yeah, and you can just see the confidence starting to spill out of Phillips, and that's what he needs. He needs to build on that and keep throwing those nice, crisp fastballs.
If they can't hit him, there's no point in changing the pitch.
Absolutely not, no.
First pitch on the way.
Beautiful.
Just misses the corner.
Oh, there goes the catcher's mitt.
We'll call time. Looks like Guzman broke his mitt.
I just restrung that, too.
He probably wants a drink of water is what he wants.
Yeah.
He's definitely worked hard out there tonight. So they switch gloves.
Okay, no excuses.
Guzman heads back to his catcher's box. We'll get things going again here with Lorenzo at the plate. So I believe that was ball 1. We got things squared away. Got a new baseball out there. So Lorenzo steps back in with a 1-0 count with 2 outs. Those 2 being strikeouts. 1-0 pitch on the way. Fastball. Oh, he did not call that a strike.
Wow, that's 2 pitches right down the pipe.
It looked good. He doesn't get the call. So now Phillips has to work hard here as they ask for another ball. I think the count's 3-0. The scoreboard says 2-0.
This says 2-0 on Game Changer. I think he only threw 2 low, very good pitches, but they didn't give him strikes. I think they should have been strikes.
Let's say a 2-0 pitch on the way, and that's going to be in the dirt. Now it's 3-0. It's hard to see with that broken scoreboard when half the number of the ball count is missing. So 3 balls, no strikes, 2 outs here to Lorenzo. And the pitch is on the way. Does not get the call. Fastball is going to be high for ball 4. So Lorenzo will reach first base on a walk, so they'll get a runner on here with 2 outs, and they'll bring to the plate Federico Hernandez, who has walked and struck out so far tonight.
See how aggressive they are on the bags. Now's the time I think they're going to get aggressive.
So Alexander's been limited to just 1 hit so far tonight. In the top, going into the top of the 6th here, or 2/3 into the 6th. So decent lead over at first base. Phillips checks on the runner. Hernandez with the first pitch, high for ball 1. Phillips toes the rubber. Gets a signal from his catcher, checks the runner over at first. 1-0 pitch on the outside corner for strike 1, even the count at 1-1. Guzman struggling with that new glove for a little bit. That's 2 balls that have popped out of his glove.
Yeah, his mitt just the pocket blew out. So he still gotta frame it and still gotta hang on to it.
Squeeze the ball. Checks the runner at first. Delivers.
Pitch.
Foul straight back.
Yep. Get out of this inning.
So that'll bring the count to 1 ball, 2 strikes on the foul ball with 2 outs. Have a runner at first. Top of the 6th, Panthers up 4-0. Phillips steps off the rubber. Steps back on. Getting a signal from his catcher. Checks the runner over at first. 1-2 pitch on the way. Low. Ball 2. Even the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes with 2 outs. Here in the top of the 6th with Panthers up 4-0 against the Laredo Alexander Bulldogs. We're sitting at the top of the district play with a perfect 4-0 record. Not too big of a lead over at first. 2-2 pitch on the way. Swung on and foul back again, and we'll do it all over again. New baseball in the game. Phillips back on the rubber. Deuces wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner on first. Checks the runner over at first. Kicks and throws. Curveball. First curveball of the night. Almost gets the call. Phillips is walking off the mound.
Wow. He's called 2 great-looking fastballs, balls. And
that was one of his first curveballs he's thrown tonight, and it was a beauty. Did not get the call. So now they'll bring the count to full. So a huge payoff pitch here with 3 balls, 2 strikes with 2 outs, and a runner at first base.
Follow through and hit that strike zone right here. Just follow through and hit the strike zone.
Pitch on the way. High fastball. He walked him. Runner was going, but you do that with a 3-2 count with 2 outs. So he's walked 2 batters in a row, struck out the first 2 and walked the next 2. And that'll bring the designated here, number 24, Walter Gonzalez, to the plate. Gonzalez has struck out and grounded out the shortstop. So force out and any place on the infield here, first, second, or third.
Got to get an out here.
The designated hitter Gonzalez steps up to the plate. Big right-handed batter. Phillips pitching from the stretch. Checks his runner over at second. Time is called by the batter, Gonzalez. And we'll do it all over again. First pitch to Gonzalez. Hit him. Hit him in the arm on the inside pitch.
We need
so hit by pitch, sponsored by State Farm, Hazel Russell. And time is called by Coach Herb, and he'll run out to the mound and have a discussion. So Hazel Russell, State Farm agent, sponsors hit by pitches. So now we're in the same scenario we were last time, John. We have bases loaded.
2 outs.
2 outs.
Yep.
And here the right fielder, Jeremy Gabriel, up to the plate, who's flied out to left field and has walked. So he had led off the inning with 2 strikeouts, Phillips did.
Yeah.
Then he walked 2 and then hit a batter.
He needs to get it, I guess, down the middle. The umpire's just not giving him the call right now. So he's got to be aggressive. He's got to throw strikes here, right down the pipe.
So Phillips will stay in the game. Again, we'll have bases loaded with 2 outs. Gabriel, left-handed batter, steps up to the plate, the number 8 batter. First pitch by Phillips. It's going to be way outside for ball 1. Gets away from Guzman, but he's able to gather it back up.
Yeah, he's getting a workout behind the plate tonight.
So 1-0 count on Gabriel. Phillips from the windup. Pitch on the way. Fastball in the outside corner for strike 1 to even the count at 1-1.
Just get it close.
Let your defense help you.
Yep, yep.
1-1 pitch on the way. Inside. Ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Bases are loaded. Here in the top of the 6th, Panthers up 4-0. Trying to have a big defensive stop here again. 2-1 pitch on the way. Swing on a foul straight back for strike 2. That'll even the count at 2-2. So back to Deuces Wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bases loaded here in the top of the 6th.
Yep, he was, again, another straight, hard fastball and wins this battle right here. He's right up on the plate. Look at him, right on the line.
Phillips from the windup. Pitch on the way. It's in the dirt. Ball 3. So now we got full count. Runners are going to be moving here. So 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bases loaded. Runners will be moving on the pitch. Huge pitch here by Phillips. Gabriel steps back in. Left-handed batter. From the windup. Pitch on the way. High fastball walked him. So he walks in a run. It's going to be 3 walks and a hit by pitch for Phillips after 2 strikeouts. And Coach Herb will call timeout, and that's going to do it because that's going to be the second timeout of the inning, the second mound visit. So we'll have to do a pitching change here. So he hands off the ball.
See who he brings in here. He's going to bring in Lange.
So Lange will come in from center field and start warming up. We'll take a quick break, and we'll figure out who's playing where, and we'll come back to you after these messages from our sponsor.
GOM
Peerless
Real Estate,
Equipment, your
helping
South
families
Texas
like yours
irrigation
for 45
experts.
years.
Peerless Equipment
First-time
specializes
buyer
in
or
sales
looking to
and
branch
service
out
of
into land
irrigation
or
equipment
ranch
to the
ownership, GOM
agricultural
Real
and
Estate
wildlife
offers a wide
industries.
range of
This
services
includes hose
tailored to
reels,
meet your
big guns,
residential
pivot
or
systems,
commercial needs.
underground
Their
pipelines,
dedicated team
turbine
provides
well pumps,
complete
booster
support with
pumps,
personalized,
motors,
expert
valves, and an
advice
inventory
and
of
extensive
much more.
knowledge of
Stop
the
by one
local
of their
market to
locations
help
in
you
Hondo
secure
and
the best
Pearsall,
deal
or
possible.
give them a call
Because
at
your goals are their goals.
210-434-7867.
Find out more at
Peerless Equipment, bringing water to
GOMRealestate.com.
you.
Are you ready for a vacation? Tanya with Travel by Design can help you with all your vacation destination needs. At no cost to you, she can plan all of the details tailored to your unique wants and needs. So all you have to do is enjoy your vacation. Tanya is a certified expert with Disney, Universal Orlando, and California, Sandals, and all cruise lines. Give Tanya a call at 830-931-4834 or visit her Facebook page, Tanya with Travel by Design, for all the latest specials and must-do vacations.
Welcome back to North Park Chevrolet broadcast of Panther Baseball. Easton Lange will take the mound for the Panthers. And stepping up to the plate is going to be number 9 batter, Diego Herrera, who is struck out looking and has had a base hit tonight, so he's got a 1-for-2 night. Lange will inherit bases loaded. First pitch on the way is going to be inside for ball 1.
You got Addison Medrano in center field, it looks like, and Miggy Gonzalez in left field.
So Medrano in center and Gonzalez in left. Lange on the mound. Herrera with a 1-0 pitch with 2 outs. Bases loaded. The next pitch is going to be inside for ball 2. So quickly up 2-0 is Herrera.
Yep, just need to calm down and throw strikes, let him hit a grounder to the shortstop, and let's get out of here.
The 2-0 pitch on the way. There's a fastball. So Lange comes back with a fastball. Bring the count to 2 balls, 1 strike with 2 outs. Getting bases loaded in the top of the 6th. Bulldogs have got a run in, so the score is 4-1. The next pitch on the way, swing and a miss to even the count.
Let's keep it straight here. Let's keep it straight. Pump it. Pump
So
it
2
in.
balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Pitch on the way. Inside, full count. Panthers done it again, bring them up to a full count. So 3 balls, 2 strikes, bases loaded, 2 outs. Bulldogs with 1 run across here. Payoff pitch on the way. Off the end of the bat for a foul ball. And we'll do it all over again. The full count, runners were running with 2 outs. And we'll do it all over again. So Herrera, the number 9 batter, will step back in. Awaiting the payoff pitch from Lange. Lefty kicks and throws. Fly ball out to left field. Left fielder calls it. Fly out to left field for the huge 3rd out. So Gonzalez brings down that ball.
Nice
and
play
gets
in
the
left field.
Panthers out of the inning. However, the Bulldogs do score a run now. So we go to the bottom of the 6th. Our new score, Medina Valley 4, Laredo Alexander Bulldogs 1. Our score 4-1. Panther Baseball will return after these messages.
GOM Real Estate, helping
Texas,
families like yours for 45 years.
268,000 square
First-time
miles,
buyer
and then
or
some.
looking to branch out
Twice
into
as much
land
elbow
or
room as
ranch
California.
ownership? GOM Real
There's
Estate
just
offers
no
a wide
place
range
like
of services
Texas.
tailored
You
to
can
meet
take
your
that to the
residential
bank.
or commercial
Texas
needs.
Bank,
Their
poised and
dedicated
ready for
team
a future
provides
that's
complete
wide
support
open.
with personalized,
Member FDIC.
expert advice and extensive knowledge of the local market to help you secure the best deal possible, because your goals are their goals. Find out more at GOMRealestate.com.
Big State Electric is raising the bar in the San Antonio electrical industry. Working with local and forward-thinking companies, we are changing the downtown skyline with beautiful and innovative buildings. As well as working with local universities, we are revolutionizing academic sports with cutting-edge and high-tech electrical solutions. Join us as we light up the future one project at a time. Big State Electric, competence and quality since 1966. Supporting San Antonio, Austin, Houston, and the Gulf Coast region.
Welcome back to North Park Chevrolet broadcast of Panther baseball. Panthers up 4-1 here going into the bottom of the sixth. Laredo Alexander with a new pitcher come into the game. Let's get a... That's Julio Hernandez will come into the plate to pitch. So Julio Hernandez has entered the game. It's a pitching change sponsored by Peerless Equipment. Thanks to Peerless Equipment for sponsoring the pitching change. And to the plate, the Panthers will bring to the plate now the first baseman, Newton, who was a pitcher earlier. He has a base hit and is flying out to center field. So right-handed pitcher, first pitch to him is going to be outside for ball one. So Hernandez with a ball one outside. Hernandez seems to have quite a bit of velocity. That was a hard fastball. So Newton with the 1-0 count, swings at a fastball and fouls it out of play. Hernandez, right-handed pitcher, righty on righty matchup. Pitch on the way, swung on and fouled off again. So be 2 strikes now on Newton. I think it's a 1-2 count. Yes, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Scoreboard is off again. So 1-2 count on Newton, who steps back out. Next pitch on the way. Curveball way outside. That'll even the count at 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out here in the top of the, or bottom of the 6th for the Panthers. So 2-2 count. Pitch to Newton's going to be way outside. Another curveball that just stays way outside. Now we have a full count for Newton. Hernandez having a difficult time getting that curveball to break across the plate. Full count, payoff pitch on the way. Low, ball 4, walked our leadoff batter. So Newton coming back with from an 0-2 count to a base on ball.
Give it up, Panther fans.
Base on balls, and he'll be the leadoff
It's Mr. Sean
batter who gets on.
Anderson.
And to the plate will be the third baseman, Sean Anderson, who has singled and struck out. A 1-for-2 night for Anderson. He'll step to the plate with a runner on first and nobody out. Hernandez checking runner over at first, pitching from the stretch now. Pitch on the way. Anderson squared around but pulled back for ball 1. Looks like Coach Herb trying to small ball another run in.
It's a great idea.
Anderson back in there. Hernandez checking the runner over at first. Kicks and delivers. Anderson scores out around again, but watches ball 2 as he pulls back. That scoreboard is off again. There's a 1-1 account. It should be 0-2. Throwback over to first base, did not have a good lead, but Hernandez tried to get him while he was walking off the base. Try to catch him off guard, but he gets back in time. That's Newton over at first. 2-0 pitch on the way, scores around. Bunts the ball out to third base. Third baseman fields it cleanly, throws over to first base, gets the sacrifice. But Anderson does his job, and the runner moves over to second.
That pitcher's slinging that ball, isn't he?
Yeah.
I'm trying to get a read on how fast he's throwing the ball, but.
So one out on the sacrifice by Anderson, and to bring the Panthers to the top of the order. So the second baseman, Brody Rips, was flied out to right, flied out to center, and grounded out to shortstop. So leadoff batters due for a hit here with the runner in scoring position with one out here in the bottom of the sixth. Panthers up 4-1 right now. Pitch on the way. Fastball swung on. Fly ball to right field.
It's going to fall. Let's see.
And the second baseman runs out to right field and makes the behind-the-back catch, or over-the-shoulder catch, I want to say, to get Rips out on a fly ball to right field. Second baseman covered a lot of ground to catch that over-the-shoulder catch.
Back for the Panthers.
So with 2 outs,
Easton Lange.
with 2 outs now, the number 2 batter, the center fielder Easton Lange, will come up. He has flied out to center field, walked, and struck out looking.
All we need is a nice little single over second base, first base, bring in a run. Let's go, Lange.
The left-handed batter steps in there. First pitch on the way, inside, almost hit him in the knees there. Ball 1.
Got to wear that one maybe, huh?
That one looked like it would have hurt.
Yeah, none of them feel good.
Checking the runner over at second. 1-0 pitch on the way. Right on the, didn't get the call, so just inside.
That's a makeup call. He gave us, when I went over to the dugout just now, I had about 5 parents say, were those 2 fastballs strikes? Absolutely, but I'm not calling the game.
2-0 pitch to Lange on the way. Low, ball 3. So Hernandez misses again. Looks like Lange will be watching a pitch here.
Yep. Get up on that line, which he does. Steps right on that line.
Crowd the plate a little bit.
Push it outside, make him push it outside.
Hernandez checking the runner over at second. 3-0 pitch on the way.
That's low and out. Look at that.
Low and outside. He walked him. So Lange reaches for his second walk of the night. So Panthers have now runners at first and second with 2 outs, and then they'll bring the plate Logan Pargas, the hot bat for tonight, the shortstop, who has singled, and walked, been on all 3 times. So Hernandez checks his runner at second, kicks and throws to Pargas, who watches the fastball right down the middle. This Julio Hernandez got quite a bit more velocity. Yeah, it's 2 outs.
Yeah,
Had one on the scoreboard only.
Yeah, it's 2.
So the 0-1 pitch, swung right through it for strike 2. So 2 balls, 2 strike. 0-2 count on Pargas with 2 outs, 2 runners on first and second base.
You got to be swinging at that outside pitch.
Let's see if he tries that curveball here.
Yep.
Stays outside for ball 1. So 1 ball, 2 strikes with 2 outs for Pargas. Getting runners at first and second. We are still in the bottom of the 6th. Panthers up 4-1. Hernandez checking his runner over at second, kicks and throws. Curveball breaks in there, called strike 3. So Pargas strikes out looking. Panthers leave 2 runners on.
And again, I know it's difficult to do, but when you see that catcher move to the outside, someone needs to let that batter know. Is that a thing? Do they do that in baseball anymore?
Well, we'll go to the top of the 7th here, the last inning here, where for the last, Alexander's down to the last 3 outs. So we'll take a quick break and come back for the 7th. Panther base will return after these messages.
Like you, we love calling this home. Castroville State Bank has been serving the Medina Valley area for over 63 years by providing the best financial products, modern technology, and customer service. Not only are we the local bank you can rely on for all your financial needs, but we are also your neighbors, giving back to the community we grew up in and love. Come home to Castroville State Bank.
Call State Farm agent Hazel Russell in Castroville at 830-931-3441.
Welcome back to the North Park Chevrolet Broadcaster Panther Baseball. We are going to the elusive top of the 7th inning. Panthers up 4-1. Alexander Bulldogs down to their last 3 outs. Easton Lange back on the mound again for the Panthers. And the Bulldogs will bring it up to the plate. They'll start at the top of the order with their center fielder, Hector Benavides, who's flied out to center, grounded out to third, and has walked. So the last couple of innings, the Panthers have struggled to get their outs. So let's see if they can make short work of the Bulldogs here in the top of the 7th and get out of this game with a victory.
Yeah, and go back to the basics, just like they started this game. Fastballs down the middle, good defensive plays, minimize the walks, and let's get out of here.
So far, the Panthers' pitching has limited them to 1 hit so far tonight. The rest have been unearned. First pitch by Lange is going to be a ball, and that's what's hurt the Panthers so far, especially towards the back half of the game.
Yep. Yeah, it's got to stick with that. Just get it right over there, man.
1-0 pitch to Benavides. On the way. Swung on. Fly ball to center field. That's going to find the glove
of an
outstretch.
Madrano makes a hell of a play.
A diving catch by Addison Madrano. So 1 down here. That'll get your blood pumping.
Yeah, that right there, boy. He earned him a...
So Benavides flies out to center field. That'll bring Andrew DeLeon, the starting pitcher, up to the plate. He's grounded out, walked, and grounded out the last 3 times. So 1 out.
See if Madrano can do that again. He covered a lot of ground. There you go. Beautiful
Strike
pitch.
on the inside corner. And again, let the defense help you out.
Absolutely, yeah.
That's exactly what Madrano did. Serve them up. Let's let the defense finish the game for you. Good job by Lange by throwing strikes. Pitch on the way. Fouled straight back.
A little curveball looking action there.
A little slider.
Yeah, maybe so.
Didn't have a whole lot of break to it, but enough to throw off the batter. So 0-2 count now on DeLeon. Let's see if Lange can finish him off here. 0-2 pitch on the way. Swing, ground ball. Shortstop. Scooped up by Pargas and thrown over first base for out number 2. So ground out the shortstop, and the Bulldogs are down to their last out.
And that, thank goodness that ball got by Lange because, I've seen that so many times where it bounces off the.
And they stab at it,
yeah,
and it comes off their glove.
Yes, and Pargas has a chance to make a great play, another great play.
He's been solid at shortstop tonight.
Sure has. See if they can
here we go.
Here.
2 outs. Top of the 7th. First pitch on the way. It gets away for ball 1. So it's Laredo Medina up to the plate, who has struck out twice tonight. And it's hit into a double play. So a good way to end the game here. So 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs. Here in the top of the 7th, Panthers up 4-1. Lange on the mound, pitching from the windup. 1-0 pitch on the way, high, ball 2. So it'll be a huge win for the Panther staff here.
Yep, let's get this out.
2-0 pitch to Medina on the way. Right down the middle for strike 1.
Beautiful pitch. Looked like he was expecting something else, but.
Just keep pumping the strikes in.
Yep, nice crisp fastball right down the pipe.
2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. 2-1 pitch on the way. Curveball. Oh, snap! A line drive to third base. And caught by Sean Anderson to finish the game. That would have been an easy double if it gets by Anderson.
What a play.
And that's going to do it. Medina Valley beats top-seeded Alexander 4-1. We'll take a quick break, and we'll finish this game out. Stay with us. Panther Baseball return after these messages.
Call State Farm agent Hazel Russell in Castroville at 830-931-3441.
GOM Real Estate, helping families like yours for 45 years. First-time buyer or looking to branch out into land or ranch ownership? GOM Real Estate offers a wide range of services tailored to meet your residential or commercial needs. Their dedicated team provides complete support with personalized, expert advice and extensive knowledge of the local market to help you secure the best deal possible, because your goals are their goals. Find out more at gomrealestate.com.
Welcome back to the North Park Chevrolet Panther Baseball. Panthers have a great game tonight and take down the first place Laredo Alexander Bulldogs, which helps the whole district out, really.
Yeah, really, it changes everything.
Panthers win 4-1. So Alexander will go to a 4-1. Medina in district play. Medina Valley will go to 2-3.
Yep.
And they will meet again on Friday night at Laredo Alexander. We will not be covering that game. I'm going to have to jump over to softball to help cover softball, so that we will not do. So they play Friday at Laredo Alexander, and then they're followed next week with a doubleheader, not a doubleheader, but a series against who, Johnny?
You caught me off guard. I'll look it up right now.
I believe it is going to be against
United.
Laredo United.
Yeah.
And we'll try to have at least one of those games for you.
Yeah, so we'll be playing here on Tuesday against United, and then in Laredo.
So we got to do a player of the game, and I'm going to award it to the pitching staff from Medina Valley.
Yeah.
Only allowed one hit tonight, 7 strikeouts. However, they did allow 8 walks and a hit by pitch, but a big turnaround for the pitching staff, who win it big time with only allowing 1 hit. So huge victory by Medina Valley tonight, winning 4-1 against the top-rated team in the district, Laredo Alexander. So with that, we're going to shut it down, and we're going to say till next time, which I'm not sure when it'll be. It'll be sometime next week. So we'll say God bless, good night, and we'll see Panther baseball when we return.